ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Night is starting to fall here. There are still some vestiges of the sunshine in the stands far across. It's rare that any of the seats in a stadium that we broadcast from are higher than our vantage point, but that is the case here. And of course, flat land everywhere you look outside the stadium here in Lincoln and America's corn area here in Nebraska. Down on the field, it's starting to get a little darker. The lights are starting to take effect. The Trojans and Cornhuskers down on the field warming up. You can hear the SC band, those who are here once again in attendance. Everybody's dressed in black. The student section's been here for the better part of the last hour and a half. Shaun, Cody, it spells for a delicious evening of college football and of sports everywhere. It's going to be really exciting all night long.
Yeah, you saw this one at the start of the season. You thought, we get to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, and get this atmosphere. And they circled on theirs as well, making it a blackout night for them. Whole audience in black attire, and this is a really special place. Pete, you look across the way and you see the national championships they had. Especially, I remember these teams in the '90s, just the great teams, watching them on TV and what they did, and a proud program here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And also just a great city. The city of Lincoln, such a nice place to live. It seems like very America right here.
However, Nebraska's never beaten USC in college football. Trojans have won 4 in a row and are 5-0-1 in the previous 6. This is the 7th meeting since the first one back in 1969. You might recall last year, pretty good ball game at the Coliseum on homecoming Saturday. The Trojans won 28-20. It was Jaden Malyava's first start. Their offensive coordinator, they had just switched guys. Dana Holgerson took over that first week, and so they had a little ironing out to do. And as a matter of fact, the Trojans, who trailed with about 9 minutes to go in the third, rallied to win that game. Nebraska had started 5-1, and that really started them on a deep dive for the rest of the season. They never really recovered from that. But this is a different group. Dylan Raiola, their quarterback, feels more comfortable in the system. I'm certain that Malyava does, one of the top quarterbacks in the country. And tonight may come down to those two guys, because I know both of these teams are saying the same thing in their pregame interviews. We want to stop the run, and we want to establish the run. Well, if both of them do that successfully, it'll come down to the two quarterbacks.
Yeah, the thing I remember about last year, Pete, was that Sierra Wright big interception.
Pick six.
He got that pick, and then Emmett Johnson, so the talented runner back. I just remember making those sweet jump cuts, and he's been doing the same thing all year. But obviously the quarterbacks are going to play huge in this one. Two good ones on both sides. Dylan Raiola, who's had a sophomore year, who's still kind of waiting for him to turn into the guy, right? He comes in as a huge 5-star guy last year, plays as a freshman, kind of goes through the lumps of a freshman campaign, and now this sophomore year, still trying to find his way. He can make a big play, wants to buy time, but with that sometimes gives up some bad sacks, can make some bad throws, so still trying to find himself, I think, a little bit at the quarterback position.
I mentioned the Cornhuskers are 6-2. They're 3-2 in conference. You throw out, like you do with SC, those two early, I want to call them preseason exhibitions almost. They played Akron and Houston Christian.
Ooh,
so
they got a formidable record.
It's Missouri State and Georgia Southern. Let's be honest. Michigan played them close, beat them. They beat Michigan here 30-27. A Michigan team that at the Coliseum Trojans took care of. They struggled a little bit with Michigan State. They struggled a little bit with Maryland. They lost to Minnesota. They struggled with Northwestern. So they haven't found it. But I'd feel a lot better about this game if this was at the Coliseum, because the Trojans, let's be honest, have stunk on the road in the Big Ten in the last couple of years.
Yeah, have not figured out the formula for really consistent road play yet, Pete, and it's getting frustrating, I think, for fans, for the team, for everybody. It feels like you keep taking on the road. You can tell the frustration from Lincoln Riley as well, as he's asked questions about this, and he's getting mad about it, because what can you say is other than we got to go out there and get it right. And so that's what this team has to do today. The big proving point is, hey, can we take this day on the road? Can we play consistent road football in a hostile environment? And yet to be determined, but we'll see tonight.
Going to be noisy down there. Going to have to, those claps might not even be heard in this. It might be a silent count site type situation for the Trojans tonight. Trojans have never lost here. They've only played twice. In 2007 was the last visit. SC was the #1 team in the country. Nebraska was in the top 15. SC just blew them up 49-31. And in the first game ever between the two in '69, the Trojans won 31-21. SC was a Rose Bowl champion that year, as Jimmy Jones found Bobby Chandler from about 30 yards away, and he spun away from the Michigan defenders, and the Trojans won that game 10-3. At the Coliseum, in 1970. And I bring this up because I have held on to this hatred for, well, 1970. It's a long time, let's just say, 56 years. It was a 21-21 tie in 1971, and Nebraska won the national championship in 70 and 71. They went 11-0-1 in 1970, and the one tie was against USC. It was a 21-all tie. Last play of the game, Jimmy Jones threw a pass down to about the 20-yard line. I was sitting as a high school student. I was sitting in the front row of the SC student section, the 20-yard line. And Sam Dickerson, the intended receiver, was tackled, and the ball was still about 10 yards before it got to him. And the referee looked at it, and he ran off the field. And I almost jumped out of the stands and chased the referee off the field, because if that's pass interference, at those days, it's a spot foul. It's at the 20-yard line. Trojans kick a field goal. Nebraska's 32-game unbeaten streak isn't a thing, and they have a loss that year. Maybe they don't win the national championship that year.
Pete, I'm going to need you to let that go now, bud. We're going to have to move on from that, Pete. It sounds like it still hurts, buddy.
SC is the only team to play Nebraska more than one time that has a winning record against Nebraska. 5-0-1. Trojans have gone into the locker room. As you can hear, the cheers now for the Cornhuskers over across the way to our left are doing the same thing. We'll come back with more pregame notes and details as we get ready for kickoff at 36 past the hour. We'll do that after this on the ESPN LA Trojans Media Network.
Swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals, ice-cold beers, signature drinks, and now their new $15 fireside favorites. Choose from 5 handcrafted entrees like fried chicken, grilled shrimp tacos, fettuccine alfredo, Mediterranean chicken bowl, or Loco Moco fried rice. Every fireside favorite comes with Lazy Dog's famous personal-size s'more brownie sundae for dessert. Dine in or take it to go. $15 fireside favorites are available all day, Monday through Friday. Visit LazyDogRestaurants.com to learn more. Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at hellohelium.com. Fight on.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2025 Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojans and Nebraska Cornhuskers this evening from Lincoln, Nebraska. And no matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. It's Athletic Brewing Company. Today's weather report brought to you by Verizon. Visit your local LA Verizon store today. It was partly cloudy. There are a couple way off in the distance, but mostly clear and cool. Would you say cool or cold? Cool so far?
Cool. 30 is cold. 40 is cool.
Well, it's supposed to go from upper 40s to mid-30s by the time the game is over. And that is a little bit on the cold side for kids from Southern California, particularly when you take into consideration that on Thursday afternoon when they were practicing, it was 93. So that'll be like 60 degrees colder than what they had. Today, from my 15th floor vantage point, and your 16th, looking down on the parking lot as the team was going through some walkthroughs, 90% of the SC players had their shirts off.
Yeah, this is perfect football weather. You don't feel this. I mean, on a Friday evening in Southern California, in some of these high schools, it gets pretty cold too. So this is good football weather. It should be a non-factor today.
Starting at game time, you'll be watching us on the Audi Radio Booth Cam, brought to you by your local Southern California Audi dealers. You played in some cold weather games, certainly in college and in the NFL in particular. Of course, your home stadium in Detroit, a domer, but in my limited experience in playing in even cool weather, I noticed that the football, first of all, my hands get slick, and the football gets kind of slick too, and hard.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder. But these guys with the gloves now and all kinds of stuff, the way you play in cold weather is, as long as you get warmed up and you're ready to go out there, these things are the sideline. These sidelines are heated. They got the heated benches down there, and they'll be fine. And I'm telling you, Pete, what you really worry about is snow or water,
wind,
wet, all that kind of stuff plays. Cold weather, it's really a non-factor.
Well, we got rain in South Bend. It wasn't very windy or very cold, but it sure was raining there. And coming into this game, what's your biggest concern? Because we had a couple of weeks off to kind of feel that Notre Dame loss and what happened that day. SC got pushed around on both sides of the line, and the running game that had looked pretty good despite the fact they've lost Wayman Jordan and Eli Sanders with numbers 3 and 4 in the backfield. It didn't really click that well in South Bend, but Notre Dame could make you look that way sometimes.
The physicality was the biggest concern after that game. You go back, I really, wanted to study that one the second I got off the plane on that one to see what happened in the run game. And it was a mix of a couple of different things, but definitely not being gap sound, guys jumping out of gaps, not being in the right gaps, not doing their assignment, guys not getting off blocks, a lot of guys stuck on blocks. Notre Dame doing a good job of locking up, and I know fans are going to cry about holding and stuff, but that's just part of Big Ten football or Midwest football. You have to get used to that. And then the other thing was just I didn't love the fact that the Trojans didn't really commit to stopping the run. What I mean by that is just the amount of guys in the box in those run situations. I would have liked to see a little more commitment. I know they were worried about C.J. Carr and they had some talented wide receivers, but sometimes you got to stop one thing first, and I felt like they were kind of stuck in the middle trying to stop two things, and that's why the run game really gashed them.
Two comments before we break. One, Nebraska gives up 1,000 sacks, it appears, that Raiola hangs on to the ball too long. But if Nebraska coaching staff has learned anything from watching SC play defensively against a passing quarterback, it's that he's got to get rid of the ball in a hurry. And he's a 73% passer, but his yards per completion are like 11, which is very, very short.
Well, you look at Illinois and what they tried to do, I think, to the Trojans was a quick game, a lot of slants.
It worked.
A lot of even Notre Dame had success just throwing those little quick outs, just getting the ball to a wide receiver, and that was kind of the game plan. But that's not really. I mean, he'll do some of that. Raiola wants to get rid of the ball, but he also wants to make big plays, and that's where the Trojans can make some pay dirt, out the field. I think Dylan Raiola wants to hold on to that ball, make the extraordinary play, wants to find someone deep, make the crowd go crazy, and sometimes he's going to eat a sack, he's going to make a bad pass, and that's where the Trojans can get some action.
And you, like I, watched film on these guys for the last couple of weeks. We had a little extra time to look at them, and tell me if I'm wrong, but their running back Emmett Johnson looked pretty good to me. To me, he looked like a junior-sized and talent of Jeremiah Love. He's very patient. He's able to find holes inside. He can run around the outside. He's pretty quick. He's not Jeremiah Love, but he's kind of the next best thing, maybe.
I don't think he has the physicality, the size of Jeremiah Love, who kind of an all-around back. I think this guy in Emmett Johnson, his jump cuts are probably some of the best in the country. He can make a jump cut, make a miss, accelerate quick. That's his strength. You see him all day. Last game, I think he had 10 missed tackles he created. So just a bunch of created missed tackles when you watch Emmett Johnson run the ball.
Back with more countdown to kickoff. SC and Nebraska coming up soon. ESPN LA, USC Trojans Media Network.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have two simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Picture this. You're having another great night out with friends. The music is good. The conversations, drinks, dancing, and overall vibe is even better. Then there's sirens, police lights, and the fun night becomes a life-changing mistake. Ending the night right starts with how you get there. Before you grab the keys, have a plan for how you get home. Use a rideshare app, call a cab, or designate a sober driver. Choose a sober way to go. Go safely, California. A message from the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC.
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Nebraska band down on the field. Let's listen in to some pregame college stuff. Clap along if you want to. I love college football from the time you leave the hotel to the time you get back on the plane. It's just great. They're all dressed in black. The band is in black. The cheerleaders are wearing black tonight.
The message has been sent.
I guess so. It's time now for our keys to the game.
Here are the keys to the game, presented by Audi.
The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Oh, listen to this. Oh, they were chanting "Go Big Red," and then they stopped as soon as I said it.
Would
All
it
right,
be go Big Black tonight?
It would be "Go Big Black." They've even painted the end zones and the N in the middle of the field black. They went all out tonight. Here's my first one, big boy. Touchdowns, not field goals. The only time you kick field goals tonight is on 4th and long.
Yeah. Well, that'll hurt Sua's pick of the game. He wanted Ryan Sayeri to
May end up that way.
Yeah, so that's a tough one for Sua to hear. But my first one, Pete, is I think you got to get back on offense and spreading the ball around to everybody. You love to get in the ball to Mekhi Lemon. Notre Dame kind of took him away. I'm assuming Nebraska watched that film and want to try to slow him down in the screen game and all the ways you get in the ball. But I want to see the ball around the yard. I want to see the tight ends involved. I want to see the screen game get going. I want to see Mekhi. I want to see Jacoby. I want to see the run game. So I want to see that offense we felt early on in the year that felt like no one could stop us.
Get to Raiola. Get to him. Make him throw bad passes and sack him if you can, because he's given up. They have 36 sacks on the season. That's almost ridiculous after 8 games. Another one for me, though, on the other side of the quarterback. I believe they're going to play the national anthem here, and if that's true, then we will enjoy it with you. The Nebraska Cornhusker Band with our national anthem from Lincoln, Nebraska, before the Trojans meet the Cornhuskers. Run, Jaden, run. I'm with Cody Kessler. If I can get Jaden Maiyava to have 5 carries and 40 yards tonight, it's an extra element of his game that we haven't seen much of this year. We did see it last year a little bit. We saw it a lot when he was at UNLV as the freshman of the year in the Mountain West Conference, and it would give the Trojans an added dimension to their offense. Maybe run twice when he has to and 3 times when he wants to.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, Pete, it's not as much about the production. It's just changing the eyes of the defense, giving them something else to worry about, and that's where he can really affect this game. I'm going to go on a defensive side, and I'm going to say Emmett Johnson is the guy you got to stop. We talked about his jump cut ability and that he makes you miss. And if you can slow him down, I think this, and you put the whole game on Dylan Raiola to make the plays, he's gonna force some balls. He's gonna hold on to the balls. You're gonna get those kind of big plays on defense if you can slow down Emmett Johnson.
When the crowd is on and really hollering and really going, focus, focus, focus. Don't let it get away from you. Quality of turnovers. Don't turn the ball over going in at the 10 or back at your own 10. If you're going to turn it over in the middle of the field.
Yeah, any kind of momentum swings like this in a place like this that's going to erupt at any second. You can't give them those kind of plays. I got special teams, Pete. The Trojans, I'm sure you got a circle too. It was a big one. Obviously, you think about the Notre Dame game. You think about the big return. They got a guy in Kenneth Williams who did it last week against Northwestern. Has had some big ones this year. So definitely got to be focused on special teams this week, especially they've even had some block kick this year, so special teams is a high priority with the Huskies.
We've got an open air booth, and this one's for Gia Lara, our producer director, and Mark Culkin, our spotter statistician, and you and Rick and everybody else in the family. From our good friend, the late great Jimmy Buffett. When it's cold, just think warm. You'll be all right. We'll be back in just a minute. We're staying. All right, let's do that and talk more amongst ourselves then. We're going to be going down to Jordan in a short bit as we'll get ready for kickoff. Still another, about 15 minutes away from now. What's that? Yes, indeed. Stretching is our motto. Talk some more about USC's defense and their efforts to get in on this and corral Raiola. And important, from what I've always heard from defensive line coaches in particular, don't overrush. And you're an old DL guy. Don't overrush the quarterback, because then he takes off.
Well, I'm not so worried about that. I think I want these guys getting after it up front. My concern is in the secondary when you have a scramble drills with a quarterback who likes to extend plays and make plays. Is you got to make sure you latch onto your guy. You don't want to give Dylan Raiola an option when he's trying to make something happen about there, wandering about, thinking about sidearm throws and making a big play to come off your guy and come up the field. In that scramble drill, stick with your guy. Make sure you plaster it on and don't let your guy run around where Dylan Raiola can find those open receivers.
Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Ralph's shoppers never compromise. Ralph's. Serving SoCal for over 150 years.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Time for our sideline report presented by Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics and craft beer pioneer since 1996. Jordan Moore down on the sideline as always for us, kind of in the mouth of the lion down there. It's pretty good crowd here.
It's fantastic. I mean, really, absolutely a fantastic scene down here. It's packed on the sideline, but you just look up and every single seat is filled, and it's a lot of people wearing black. They have fully committed to the blackout, but there's a couple pockets of proud USC fans here, and hopefully they're the ones cheering at the end.
Jordan, we got to walk around beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska. Man, what's your take about the atmosphere and the college experience here in Lincoln?
Well, it's a true college town, and you know that's kind of the fun of joining the Big Ten as we get these new experiences. And I think that's why there are so many USC fans here, because how many times have they had this opportunity? The team played here in 2007, but this is a great spot. You know about the history here. You know what the atmosphere is going to be, and two proud programs. And I just think such a pivotal game in both of their seasons in this one. It could be a turning point for whoever wins it.
Jordan, when you look at this game, you look at the two quarterbacks. I mean, there'll be a lot of talk about that. But how do you think does this one really come down to the quarterbacks, or is it going to be the periphery that makes this one happen?
Yeah, I don't think it will come down to the quarterbacks. You know, I think Jade Mayava has kind of played well even in the losses. So for USC, I mean, Lincoln Riley likes to say every time he's touched the field for USC, they've had a chance to win the game. So in that sense, maybe he's not the quote-unquote X factor in the game. I think for USC, it comes out to the other side of the football. I mean, it just, you know, they have to decide who they want to be and what they are on that side of the ball. And they got gashed in the run last time we saw them against Notre Dame. And, you know, they have struggled in the two, road losses this season. And they need to be here today. They need to get sacks. They need to get pressure on Raiola. They can't let Emmett Johnson take this game over. So to me, it comes down to the USC defense.
Last drive of the game sort of thing, or as the odds makers think, SC favored by 7 on the road where they hardly ever win. Do they know something we don't know?
I think it's going to be a last drive of the game sort of thing. I do, because it's a little bit both these teams are fighting what they don't do particularly well in recent history. In Nebraska, they just have not been able to beat quality teams. They have a terrible record against ranked teams. And for USC, they have really struggled on the road. They did get that win at Purdue earlier this season. They got a win at UCLA last year. But, winning in a place like this against a quality team is just something USC has struggled a little bit to do in the last couple years. And, somebody's going to get that monkey off their back here.
Stay tuned next. Coming up, exciting USC football, the Trojans and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, next on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, USC Trojans, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design USC Trojan t-shirt and, most importantly, save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put USC in the lead.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. For your enjoyment, USC Trojan football is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Pete Arbogast with Shaun, Cody, and Jordan Moore. And tonight it's the Trojans and the Nebraska Cornhuskers in a key 1st of November game as both of these teams try to set themselves up for some greatness as the end of the season comes upon us over the next 5 weeks. Beautiful night for football, albeit a little bit on the chilly side. The weather right now in the upper 40s will drop into the mid to lower 30s before this one is over. But clear skies, no inclement weather coming our way, just a little bit cold. Everybody here, Shaun, is dressed in black. The crowd's been getting fired up for the better part of the last couple hours, and you can hear them in the background. We're trying to outshout them here, and that's going to be tough as the Trojans take the field.
Yeah, they've been waiting all day for this one. A lot of tailgating going on. I'm sure this one is, they're revved up and ready here in Lincoln.
Now the Cornhuskers come out. And soon we'll get the flip of the coin, and we'll have our kickoff, and we'll have some great college football for you. You're watching us on the Audi Radio Booth Cam, brought to you by your local Southern California Audi dealers. Trojans have never lost to the Cornhuskers in 6 previous meetings, 5-0-1, have won 4 in a row. The first one was back in 1969, won last year, first time they were ever members of the Big Ten together. But this kind of reminds me of an old Big 12 Pac-8 matchup almost. It's been that kind of weirdness in college football over the last few years.
Yeah, it sounds weird to be in conference Big Ten, Nebraska, USC, but that's where we're at here in college football, and it's a fun matchup. You know, you think about the Michigan USC at the Coliseum. That was a great one. This is a classic right here. Nebraska, Lincoln. In Lincoln, they've been ready for this one all year. They made it the blackout game. They circled it early. They wanted to make an awesome atmosphere here for the Trojans, to welcome the Trojans in, and it seems like they've created one here tonight.
Today's coin toss presented by smallbusinessloans.com, a proud partner of USC football. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing law license. Down on the field, Jordan Moore will be handling those duties and much more throughout the evening. Let's go down to Jordan.
You know, I thought I had the captain scout. We had Hank Pepper on Trojans Live. He's been the guy, you know, being a captain and doing all the talking this season. He's not a captain, though, today. He told me he always calls tails, so I have no idea what will happen when we get out there. But your captains, there's 5 of them. Garrison Madden has joined the crew here among the captains, but Devin Tompkins, Tobias Raymond, Lake McCree, and Eric Gentry will lead USC onto the field as they march out to the middle of the field and are faced by the black shirts of Nebraska and their captains, which include Dylan Raiola and also includes Sierra Wright, a former USC cornerback who's really made a pretty good name for himself here in his time in Nebraska. Had a big game against the Trojans last year against the Coliseum. So the captains are exchanging pleasantries at midfield, and when you do hear a USC voice, it will be that of Devin Tompkins. Looks like they have a child captain on the field as well. And the referee is trying to talk. I don't know if it's so loud that you can't hear him, but he is talking right now. He's showing the coin to Devin Tompkins. And I don't think any of that is coming through here, so I'll take you through the toss of the coin. I have no idea what Tompkins called. The coin is up and down, and it was won by USC and Devin Tompkins. And what does he elect? He wants to receive. So USC is elected to start with the football and see if Jade Mayav and company can set the tone here in Lincoln.
All right, let's take a look at those starting lineups.
Quarterback,
running back,
O-line,
DBs,
linebackers. This is the starting lineup. Presented by I Trust Capital,
the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans.
Jaden Mayav at quarterback, top quarterback in college football in yards per attempt, yards per completion, and 3rd in yards per game at 311. He's hitting on 68% of his passes, 15 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Brian Jackson and King Miller will share duties at running back. The wide receivers, as you have come to be familiarized with them, Akai Lemon, Jacoby Lane, 2 of the best of the country, and Tanook Hines will get the start as the 3rd receiver. Lake McCree and Walker Lyon split time at tight end for the most part. We're awaiting to see who will start at left tackle. Elijah Page is listed as questionable, as he has been for a while. If he doesn't go, Micah Banuelos will be in there with Justin Taonuu. Tobias Raymond will move over to tackle, and Banuelos inside. Killian O'Connor is listed as questionable tonight too at center, but John Ray Reed listed as the starter. Alani Noah will be on the other side. Defensively for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Cam Lenhart, Keona Davis, Elijah Judy, transfer from Texas A&M, and Desan McCullough, the interior lineman. Vince Shavers has been shaken up, backed up by 4-year starter Marcus Watson-Trent, Javin Wright, and Deshaun Singleton, the linebackers. Andrew Marshall from Corona Roosevelt High, transferred from Idaho, where he was all Big Sky first team. Donovan Jones, the corners. Nickelback Sierra Wright, former Trojan, had a pretty good season with SC as a starter in 2022. He's been here for a couple of years. Rex Guthrie is the other safety. Trojans lining up to receive this kickoff. Nebraska in their all-black uniforms, moving from right to left with white stripes on them, and the kickoff will come down and be fair caught by Josiah Zamora at the 1-yard line. This copyrighted broadcast, the property of USC Sports Properties, a division of Playfly Sports. Any rebroadcast or reproduction in part or in whole without the express written consent of USC Sports Properties is strictly prohibited. Tonight's away game presented by Airbnb USC. Game day experiences are now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. In the first quarter of Trojan football, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football. 1st and 10 from their own 25. Trojans in the familiar road whites. Gold pants trimmed in Cardinal helmets with the Trojan logo on the side and Cardinal numbers. It'll be King Miller to the right and back. Jaden Maayava, far hash mark. Maayava claps his hands together, gets the snap. Long toss to Miller. Has some room on this side. Then it breaks down around the 29-30 line. He'll end up getting 4.5. And it'll bring up a second down and a long 5 for the Trojans.
Yeah, look like we have Micah Banuelos out of this one. So we're going to kick Tobias Raymond into left guard and have Elijah Page, the big daddy, back out left tackle.
Oh, it's good to have him back. He's been out for a long time with a bad injury. But here he is, getting a little work, and we'll see how much tonight he can go. As a second down and a long 5 of the Trojans has Maayava taking the snap, chest high, back to pass. Wants to run. Scrambles, getting a block, looking, throws on the run underneath at the 31-yard line, incomplete, Mekhi Lemon. And right there is a situation where Jaden Maayava did not run the football and probably could have and should have.
Yeah, right there. You just tuck it and get what you can. 3 or 4 yards, you pick up whatever it is and slide before you get hit right there. That's where you like to have him just pick up a couple yards and not make that throw.
Certainly could have run further than the pass attempt of about 1.5 yards to the 31. All right. 3rd and 4.5, 5.5. Need to get to the 35 proper. They're just shy of the 30. Ball on the near hash mark. John Ray Reed in a strange formation. Most of the linemen were in the backfield. Now 3 of them are to the left of Reed, and everybody else lined up to the near side. Handoff on the end around goes to Lemon. And a play goes for about 1 yard, 1.5 yards. A weird formation, and nothing comes of it. Trojans will have to punt on their first possession of the game. What was that?
Yeah, something. You have a bye week and you work on a lot of things. Look like the Trojans work on some kind of formation. They wanted to pull a little trick out, hoping to catch Nebraska off guard. It looked like the Huskers were ready for just lined up in the state of their gaps and took care of that run play. It looked like an little inside jet sweep kind of.
Barney, one of their good wide receivers, back in single safety for the punt from Johnson. Low snap, but he gets it away under minimal pressure. Barney backing up, makes the catch at the 22, gets away from 1, but not 2 and 3, and he's downed after about a 4-yard return to the 25-yard line. Take a look at Nebraska offensively. Dylan Raiola from Buford, Georgia, Buford High School, 73% passer. Most of them are short, not all of them. Emmett Johnson, real good running back, 105 yards a game, 5.7 per. He's 5'11", 200 pounds out of Minneapolis. His key receivers are Ja'Cory Barney, Dane Key, transfer from Kentucky where he started 36 games, and Isaiah Hunter, who came over from Cal. Up on the line, 4 of their 5 starters would have been returning, but both of their right tackles are out, and they had to move the backup left tackle over to right side. First down for Raiola and company at his own 25. Fakes the handoff, throws a short pass this way to the 30, 31, and reaching out, and Hunter makes the catch, reaching out and punching Marcellus Williams in the head as he went by. It'll be a gain of 7 to the 32, and 2nd and 3 coming up for Nebraska.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of formations and a bunch of personnel for the Trojans this year. We've seen them in 4-3 and 3-4. We've seen them with, the walked out linebacker today. Only 2 linebackers, and we have right now we have Kamari Ramsey at that nickel position.
Key to the right, twin receivers to the near side, including Barney, their leading receiver. 1 back set, and it'll go to Johnson. Johnson scampers up the middle and gets the first down easily. Brought down by Lucas of the Trojans at the 38, an easy first down for Emmett Johnson. He's quick, he's powerful, and he's shifty. Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's definitely going to be the key to the game tonight, Pete. Stopping him and making sure that they have to go to that pass game, I think, is a huge key for the Trojans.
Can't get gashed up the middle like they did against Notre Dame, that's for sure. Delayed keep for Raiola, throws it out of bounds. A lot of hand fighting going on between Williams and the intended receiver Key. The crowd calling for a flag, but they were both whacking at each other, really. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good coverage on the outside by Williams. Look like they're going to challenge him early right there. Doesn't get a chance to turn around, but him and the receiver going back and forth. A little short throw, hoping to maybe draw that flag right there, but stays clean, no flag. Ball goes out of bounds.
2nd and 10, 38, first possession of the game for the Cornhuskers. Trojans went 3 and out on theirs and had to punt. Raiola up under center, turns, gives to Johnson. Johnson patiently up the middle, spins around, gets out to about the 45. Not a first down, but a nice bit of running by Johnson one again. Brought down by, among others, Eric Gentry, and also Tompkins in on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down, but 3rd and short, about 2.5.
Yeah, Johnson will find that hole. He's going to scan down the line on that play and just kind of find that jump cut where that hole is at and try to gash you right there. Everyone stay in their gap. Someone's got to come off a block and make a play.
1,846 career yards and 12 touchdowns coming in. And again, only a junior. He's to the right side of Dylan Raiola. Much acclaimed freshman quarterback a year ago, and now into his 2nd year. Give to Johnson, and he's tackled forward, and that'll be enough for a first down out to the 50-yard line. Got hit with a shoulder at the line of scrimmage, but they didn't try to wrap him up very well, and brought down out at midfield, well, just short at the 49, but that's enough for a Nebraska first down to Carlos Nicholson. Finally finished him off.
Yeah, the big play was that 2nd down run. You get a good first down stop on the fade route, but the 2nd down run, which made it 3rd and short, that's the play that hurt the Trojans there.
The Huskers working the Trojans methodically so far from their own 25 out to near midfield. Couple of first downs on the drive. That one on a 3rd and short pickup. They are hitting at about 45% of their 3rd down tries. Raiola in the shotgun, catches, throws. That's complete to the Trojan 45. Bumped out of bounds with a shoulder again is Hunter by Nicholson. Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5. He catches that, Raiola does, and like as you mentioned earlier, the guy from Illinois, he just catches and throws it as soon as he gets it.
Yeah, quick release on him. That's something that they teach quarterbacks now. You want to get rid of that ball so you can pick up as much, get that ball to the receiver, let the receiver do the work. You don't have to throw it as long.
2nd and 4 officially at the Trojan 45, moving right to left. Black uniforms, white stripes down the piping of the side of the leg, and chevrons on the shoulders. And Johnson gets the call, and the Trojans just miss him, and he'll get to the 41-yard line, and that should be enough. It is for another Nebraska first down. I mean, they're not getting big plays, Gentry with the tackle, but they're getting plenty of plays, and they're getting 3 first downs so far this first drive.
And just falling forward right there on that play. You got to stop. You got 2 guys coming in. I'm Christian Pearson and Eric Gentry, and both guys just kind of go between him, and he falls forward for another 3-4. So got to do a better job tackling right there.
So Nebraska has flipped the field on the Trojans on their first possession. 1st and 10 at the SC 46-yard line. The fake to Johnson, the quick throw this side, that's complete. Stepping into the 30 and about the 29-yard line. Finally being pushed back there by Stevens is Barney. Ja'Cory Barney, 30 catches, 378 yards coming into this game. They'll move the ball up to the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, 29-yard line, and a 12-yard pickup, and a first down Nebraska, and here they go.
Trojans going to roll some guys up front, get some fresh bodies in there, try to make a play here. This is where you, first down, you got to start putting the heels in the dirt here, and you've given up some yards here, nothing big, but sooner or later you got to dig the heels in and stop this team.
Jakeem Stewart up front for the Trojans during this substitution. Motion man going away with a handoff to Johnson, and why not? Trojans miss him once, twice. Finally wrestle him down after a gain to the 27-yard line. Only a 2-yard gain, and he had to work for it quite hard because a couple of Trojans hit him, banged into him pretty hard, but couldn't bring him down, and he's ended up getting positive yardage out of the play.
Yeah, I just don't like the tackling so far early right here. I know you've been off for a week and you worked on some things in the bye week, but the physicality in tackling, you got to bring your hat, you got to wrap guys up. You can't expect him, especially a guy like Emmett Johnson. He make people miss, and he's not going to fall down in your first attempt. You got to bring him down.
4 carries, 17 yards, but they've all been damaging. This is a 2nd and 7, a big play defensively for the Trojans. Raiola will keep and run around the right side and stumbles around the 25-yard line. Brought down unofficially by Stevens at the 23, so a 3rd and 4. Their most negative kind of 3rd down play that they faced so far on this drive. A 3rd and 4 here, and if they don't get it, they probably try a field goal.
Good play by Desmond Stevens. Raiola's not the fleetest of foot out there.
No.
You can get him down on the ground.
Looks like he's wearing a flak jacket underneath the uniform too, so it makes him look even a little bulkier from the waist up. This a 3rd and 4. Those short passing plays have been doing real well, those little slant ends, but of course Johnson's also a guy you got to keep an eye on, and Johnson gets the call, right side, first down and more, 20, 15-yard line, first down Nebraska. If he runs well, then it opens things up for Raiola to throw, and you don't know which one to guard, and that's what they're doing right now. They're keeping the Trojans off balance.
Yeah, that was on the backside right there. That little cutoff on the backside, look like Braylon Shelby on the backside gets cut. He's supposed to be in that gap. Once you open up a little gap, Johnson's going to find it.
Stewart with the tackle for the Trojans. 1st and 10 from the 15. It started back all the way at the 25-yard line. Their first possession of the game for Nebraska, trying to take the lead in the first quarter. Raiola back to pass, throws for the end zone. It is incomplete. A little face guarding going on, and telling the crowd to quiet down is Marcellus Williams of USC. A little play between SC's defensive player and the large sellout crowd here. Their 409th sellout, and the crowd doesn't like it anymore when they see the replay.
I mean, then they call it, so it's not a flag. So Marcellus Williams gets to talk his talk a little bit. You can see the game plan early from Nebraska. Looks like they're trying to target number 25 on some of those shots. They think they got some fish out there they can go after.
So 2nd and 10. Well, the Trojans would love to keep him back here for a 3rd down play. Hand off to Johnson, and they do. They keep him inside the 14-yard line as they were waiting for him that time. Whistles and a little fracas breaking out between Barney, the receiver, and Nicholson, the corner for the Trojans. A gain of 1, 3rd and 9 at the 14. Well, if you're going to stop, you better stop him here.
Yeah, another good play by Desmond Stevens on that play. Was able to get in there quick. Linebacker getting through the hole, getting off a block, and making a tackle.
Biggest play of the drive. Trojans trying to keep Nebraska to 3 on their first possession. The big center, Justin Evans, returning starter, ready to snap it back. Johnson vacates the backfield. Throw towards the end zone is caught and is a touchdown, Nebraska. Pretty good coverage, I have to say, by Nicholson, but a better catch by Dane Key. His 5th touchdown of the year for one of the captains for the Cornhuskers. The Nebraska fans let loose with thousands of black helium balloons with white strings, and the Cornhuskers have the lead 6-0.
Yeah, like you mentioned, good coverage by DeCarlos Nicholson. The only thing you have to work on is the finish right there. You got to find a way to get that ball out. A tough throw on the back shoulder. They've already seen a couple fades right here from Nebraska, challenging the corners on the outside. Marcellus Williams hold his ground a couple times, on the couple throws there. Nicholson, unfortunately, can't find a way to get the ball out at the last second. He's in great protection, just couldn't poke it out.
Kyle Coonan, a transfer from North Carolina, Charlotte, and Cal, has not missed an extra point this year, nor in his career at 56 out of 56. And the extra point try is up and good. Timeout on the field. First quarter action, 6:29 remaining in it. Nebraska strikes first. It's the Cornhuskers 7 and USC nothing. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's Michelle Smallman, USC Nebraska right now. Be sure to start your Monday with me, Evan Cohen, and Chris Canty. It's Unsportsmanlike from 3 to 7 a.m. before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, right here on your home for USC football, ESPN LA.
That Shaun for Nebraska, their first possession of the game, 14 plays, 75 yards, took almost 7 minutes off the clock. Let's go down and spend some time with Jordan Moore.
The key to this one for the Trojans, as we know coming in, is they have to get to Raiola. They have to get the sacks. And the 2 losses that Nebraska's had this season, he's been sacked 16 times total, so 8 a game in their 2 losses. But as Shaun said all season, you have to earn your rushes, and the Trojans just not doing that so far, not winning first down. And all the passes we saw from Raiola on that drive, I mean, the ball was out the moment his back foot hit, so he hasn't had to hold the ball at all so far in this game. So if USC is going to hit that game plan, they're going to have to do some work to get to those pass rushing situations.
Well, it didn't work well, and their possession didn't work well either. 3 and out as opposed to 14 plays for Nebraska.
Yeah, not the start you drew up as a team here. As your offense goes 3 and out, and then your defense gets mushed down the field. So Trojans got to come up with an answer on this drive. They need to have a big drive here to get that defense a little rest. That was a long first drive there. There were a lot of plays.
Kickoff, fair caught again by Zamora, so the Trojans will go from the 25. Swing by the Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick up 5 entrees. Pick up from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae Monday through Friday. Find out more at lazydogrestaurants.com. Well, don't have to tell you. I guess I should, though. The Trojans need to do something on this drive. At least flip the field. But, of course, Nebraska just drove 75. Crunch set on a triangle on the left side, including McCree, the tight end, and Lyons. One back is King Miller. He gets the call on first down and gets thrown for a loss of about a half a yard. Yeah, they'll give him the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Good tackle there by their linebacker, Javin Wright, a graduate senior from Chandler, Arizona, Hamilton High School. 2nd and 10, injured player, and it is a Trojan. Alani Noah is down on his back. Right knee raised, left knee straight. Now both knees in a flexed position. The Trojan training staff taking a look. Yeah, let's take a break right here. We'll be back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Don't just cheer for the Trojans, experience the game like one. Introducing USC Game Day Experiences on Airbnb, where you'll step onto the field at the LA Coliseum and feel 70,000 fans erupt. Your game day includes a VIP tailgate, a behind-the-scenes tour, pregame field access for warm-ups, and field-level seats in the exclusive Audi Club for the game. Hosted by true Trojan insiders, this intimate access is available for upcoming home games. USC Game Day Experiences, now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day.
What does 268 horsepower
It's Kalon Miller.
Yep, okay.
You're hearing it right now. The all-new Audi A5. With breathtaking acceleration that commands attention. Precision crafted to bring the thrill to every turn. This is powerful performance. The all-new Audi A5.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Hey, it's Mace, USC, Nebraska. Right now, we will be talking USC football on Monday, along with the Dodgers in the World Series, plus Lakers and Rams. It's the biggest show on the radio and the hottest show on YouTube, Monday at noon, on your home for USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on!
Right now, Shaun, early first quarter, losing 7-0 to Nebraska. The Cornhuskers look faster and more spirited than USC.
Yeah, I think they're riding this momentum. This place is cranking right now. Every single play, it seems like this crowd is going crazy. Trojans got to find a response here, settle down, let this game come to them a little bit, and start executing on offense. That run play right there was an RPO play. That's where Jaden Mayava can take it on that one. It didn't look good if he would have took it on that one because I have a linebacker flowing off. But after that, Jaden can also pass the ball. So once that linebacker comes up to fill that, that's when the ball's got to come out of his hands. So he's got to do a better job in reading that RPO as that backside end is crashing. Linebacker's coming over. He's got to look for that quick pass.
So after the timeout for Noah, is it Miller going in?
Yeah, it looks like Kalon Miller's coming in at that right guard position for Alani Noah as he's on the sideline walking it off. I couldn't tell what exactly happened.
King Miller's bigger brother, that's for sure. Brian Jackson in the backfield for the first time tonight for the Trojans. It's 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. They haven't been much further than that so far tonight through 4 offensive plays. Maliava will pass as the rush pressure's coming. Throw right side, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jacoby Lane. Knocked away by Rex Guthrie, the strong safety. Looked like Lane was going to be able to pull that down for the first down, but at the last moment it got poked away.
Yeah, a little zone coverage right there. You got 7 guys dropping off, 4 guys rushing, and Jaden put in a nice spot for Jacoby, just couldn't come down with the defenders able to pry it loose.
Pressure right up the middle by Cam Lenhart, and a 3rd down play results in a big nothing but a whistle, and I believe we've got a flag before the play, and that'll be a 5 against SC.
False start. Offense number 73
kills the play.
Was never set. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
3rd and 15. Well, the Trojans, shall we say, have started poorly so far tonight. There's a lot of football left, but they better get their head going. So far, nothing to write home about. Nice trip out here. Easy plane flight. Everybody seemed like they were in a good mood. Practice on the parking lot roof yesterday and today. And now a 3rd and 15 from their own 20-yard line, down 7-0 first quarter. Handoff, Jackson up the middle. He won't make the first down yardage. He'll get the original 10 out to the 30-yard line, but it'll be 4th down and 5, and the Trojans will have to kick for the 2nd consecutive time. I don't remember all season Sam Johnson kicking on back-to-back possessions.
No, back-to-back 3-and-outs there. Not good for the Trojans, as first down has been the failure. I think you look on one side of the field, Nebraska and their first downs have been ecstatic. Picking up 7-8 yards of first down. The Trojans, on the other hand, staying at the stick, 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, not a recipe for good football.
Might recall the Trojans trailed Nebraska last year until midway through the quarter. Johnson's kick is short, and it bounces and rolls out of bounds, and where they're going to mark it, we'll wait and see. 39-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to ESPN LA and the USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
I'm going to say SC trailed 7-0 last year, trailed 17-14, and we're only ahead 21-20 with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd before winning the game at the end. Let's take a break here. Timeout on the field. The Trojans trail 7-0. Late first quarter action here in Lincoln, Nebraska on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling, while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the best person for your job. It's a win-win. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Recruiting a team or looking for fresh talent, ZipRecruiter covers the field with their powerful technology and immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even line up. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, it's
your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Canty, USC, Nebraska, right now. And be sure to start your Monday morning with Unsportsmanlike, Evan, Canty, and Michelle, 3 to 7A, before Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home for Trojans football, ESPN LA.
Trojans have had 6 offensive plays and 2 punts. Nebraska's the number 2 pass defensive team in the country, and I was telling everybody, well, they haven't played anybody that passes the ball yet, but here, late in the first quarter, they've given up 2 passing yards. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it feels like an avalanche right now, Pete. This place has been rocking the whole time. Trojans have not had a play yet. That's why this place is not silenced yet. Trojans got to find a way to make a play, and it's got to be here on defense as this whole place is ready to explode.
Ocean views, magical sunsets, a luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula. Book your getaway at Terranea at terranea.com. Dylan Raiola back to work, took him from the 25, 75 yards in 14 plays. This time gives to Johnson, big hole right side, runs into his own man and gets a yard to the 40, and that's all. Pushed back by Eric Gentry and company. Lucas was in there as well. And a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. While we get a chance, we'll check the college football scoreboard, brought to you by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. 2nd and 9. Just across the 40, really a short 8. Raiola with Johnson to his left. Emmett Johnson. Dylan Raiola gives it to the aforementioned, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And a nice play by Desmond Stevens. Had him just about the same time he took the snap. 3rd and 9. Well, this would be a great kind of turning point for the Trojans to make a statement defensively if they can and get off the field, get right back on there, and maybe start doing something.
Much better awareness in this second drive here of who they're trying to get the ball to and focus on stopping on that run. Now you set up a situation here where Dylan Raiola is going to have to go through some progressions and can't get rid of it quick.
3rd and 9 from their own 40 and a half. Raiola will keep and not get the first, but he does get a nice 5-yard pickup to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about 3. Nebraska fans are tepidly calling for their team to go for it, but I don't think so. Not here, not first quarter, not up 7-0.
No, you gotta like the way your defense is performing. That's a good stop by the Trojans as Dylan Raiola was running the RPO right there. Instead, he tries to keep it right there and run for it. Trojans do a good job getting him down, getting the 4th down right here. It looks like Nebraska will have to good response right there by the Trojans, if anything, just to calm the whole atmosphere down here in Lincoln.
Archie Wilson, not a great punter, 40 yards per kick this year. Takes a sideways snap. He's an Aussie rules kicker, so he rolls out to the left, kicks it to Makai Lemon, who makes the fair catch at the 13-yard line, where the Trojans will go on the attack. There's a flag on the play. And we'll keep an eye on the white hat.
On the far side.
John Cote. If it's against the Trojans, Nebraska would get a new lease on life and a 1st down.
It's against Nebraska. False start, looks like.
Well, you want him to kick it again? It's at the 13. I think you kind of would, wouldn't you? 13's pretty far back there.
Illegal formation. Kicking team. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run.
All right. So you go to the
1st
18.
and 10. USC.
Crowd doesn't like it, but they don't like much of anything, it appears. Good stuff should be made with good stuff. Freshly made cookies baked with real butter. Hot to go breakfast sandwiches made with cage-free eggs. All beef jumbo dogs made with, well, all beef. At AM PM, we believe the convenient snack should still be craveable, and that's called Cravenience. We crave a report from Jordan Moore down on the Trojan sideline.
You know, you talked about how important that stop was for the USC defense, just trying to settle this game down. I think really, you know, Lincoln Riley put the onus on them by calling that draw on 3rd and 15. We don't see him sort of concede possessions often, and I know obviously, you know, you're hoping you get the 15 on the 3rd and 15. But when you go screen draw, that's sort of a concession backed up, saying, okay, we're just going to get some yards. We're going to punt this thing out and trust our defense. And certainly didn't see anything on the first drive to believe that they were going to get the stop, but he stuck with it, and the defense rewarded him. Now you get the ball back. USC has got to get a foothold in this game right now, or this place will turn into an avalanche real fast.
Checking some scores, Missouri State moves to 5-3, 1 game away from bowl eligibility for the Bears as they beat Florida International 28-21 on Wednesday. Georgia Southern has the week off. 12th ranked Notre Dame held off Boston College on the road 25-10. In the Big Ten, number 1 Ohio State over Penn State 38-14. Wasn't as easy as it sounds. Illinois 35, Rutgers 13. Second ranked Indiana just keeps on rolling 55-10 at Maryland. Minnesota might not be terrible. You know, Minnesota beat Michigan State 23-20. Purdue and Michigan underway about an hour ago. No score just yet. In the top 25, number 5 Georgia wins at Florida, comes back to win it 24-20. At Texas, number 20 Longhorns knocked off number 9 Vanderbilt 34-31. That's a poll upset. Texas was actually favored in that game by a couple. Number 10 Miami of Florida was shocked at SMU though, 26-20. 13th ranked Texas Tech beats Kansas State 43-20. 15th ranked Virginia over Cal 31-21. Number 16 Louisville wins at Virginia Tech 28-16. West Virginia upset number 22 Houston on the road 45-35. Houston a 2-touchdown favorite. 25th ranked Memphis beat Rice last night. Also today, number 20, or check that, Army beat Air Force 20-17. So the Commander-in-Chief's trophy will be Army-Navy this year. 3rd ranked Texas A&M, 4th ranked Alabama, 6th ranked Oregon, number 10 BYU, and number 19 Missouri all had the week off. Slippery Rock 42, Edinburgh 23. The Rock has a chance to go to the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to make the conference championship. First down for the Trojans at the 19-yard line officially. Their worst starting position after a couple of 25s went nowhere. The fake to King Miller. Mayava dancing around, throws. A little bit behind Jacoby Lane, and Lane can't hang on. Maybe the slickness of the ball and the cold weather might have helped a little bit make that pass incomplete. It is, though, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line, buying some time for Jaden Mayava there. They rushed 5 guys right there, so he only got 6 in the back, so there should be some spaces in that zone, and Jacoby just didn't settle down. He expected him to settle down. He kept going across. That's why you see the missed pass right there.
Far to the left side goes Lane. Near side, Lyons and Lemon. Mayava's only completed 1 pass so far. He'll try for his second, and he's got this one to Lane, but he can't get away from the tacklers at the 28-yard line. He does pick up nice 9 yards, though, on that one. Best play of the night for the Trojans in their first 3 possessions. And they've got a 3rd and 1 play, and the Trojans are a very good 3rd down team. 3rd of the conference, 7th of the country at 53%. Good block by Kalon Miller on that one. To give Mayava a little extra time. Pistol this time from King Miller, Kalon's brother. Motion for McCree this way on 3rd and 1. King Miller up the middle, 1st down and more, across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Good hard running in the middle of the lane behind the left side by King Miller, and the Trojans get their first down of the game, driven by Hyundai. Never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer today.
Running behind his brother right there on 3rd and 1. It looked like Nebraska knew it was run too. They got about 8-9 guys in the box, so that's what you want to see, running against a team when they know you're trying to run the ball.
First down Trojans at their own 33 officially. Knee down there. Mayava fakes the handoff to Miller, throws this way. That's complete. That's Lemon. Across the 45 and tackled forward out to the 49-yard line. Up off the bottom of the pile, number 40, Dawson Merritt, who is questionable to play in this game. His dad is the defensive backs assistant coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. Pickup on the play is enough for another USC first down.
They found a little hole in Nebraska's zone here. You saw Jacoby Lane up top do it, just kind of find in between the safety and the cornerback. Mekhi Lemon, same play on the other side, just finding a little hole in that zone.
Double tight end left. Lemon Lane down to the near side. Miller to the right side of Mayava on 1st down near midfield. Gives it to Miller. Miller, big hole up the middle. He's into Nebraska territory across the 45, the 40, and down to the 36-yard line. King Miller running like he had run before the Notre Dame game. Guthrie, the safety, makes the tackle. You don't want your safeties making tackles on running plays. First down, USC.
Yeah, a little tight end bunch on the left side. Do a good job clearing some space on for King Miller on that RPO right there. Good handoff, good pickup. Everyone gets on their block, stays on their block, sets up some nice lanes for King Miller.
Jaden Richardson, 1 catch shy of career number 100, comes wide to the near side. Lemon slotted on the far side, and Lane way up near his own sideline. The Trojans' familiar sideline across the way from the press box. But the handoff goes to Miller again. He's got more more running room straight up the middle. Inside the 30, 25, and down to the 22-yard line. King Miller starting to make his mark on the game here in the late stages of the first quarter. Trojans trailing 7-0 and moving in, trying to tie it up.
And a great read by King Miller. It looked like play slide to the guard and tackle pulling over. King Miller does a good job being patient, waiting for that backside to clear up, and takes it all the way to the backside, then finishes with some physicality running over the safety right there. Big number 30 putting the pads down.
First quarter has come to an end. Nebraska dominated the beginning of it. The Trojans on the move here at the end of it. After 1, Nebraska 7, USC nothing. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
LA DWP customers, get rebates up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that too, up to $1,500. Visit ladwp.com/EV today and start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV. ladwp.com/EV. Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls available in spirit, wine, and malt. 15% alcohol by volume. Buzz Balls LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Arco Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
Sack fly.
It's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a
Mookie
gallon
with
in
runner at
rewards.
third.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive.
First inning run isn't bad.
Oh, that's just piggy.
That would be good.
Excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
It's Michelle Smallman, USC Nebraska right now. Be sure to start your Monday with me, Evan Cohen, and Chris Canty. It's Unsportsmanlike from 3 to 7 a.m. before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, right here on your home for USC football, ESPN LA.
First quarter in the books here in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Cornhuskers leading the Trojans 7-0 on a long touchdown drive of their first possession of the game. Trojans had to punt their first 2 possessions, but this one they've got the ball down in Nebraska territory, trying to tie things up. First quarter statistics, Nebraska with an advantage in first down 6-4. Rushing yards, SC 48-43 with 8 yards per carry. Receiving yards, 39-27 Nebraska. Tonight's passing yards presented by Airbnb. USC Game Day experiences now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. And the total offense in the game, Nebraska 17-12 in plays, 82-75 in yards. Let's go down to Jordan Moore for a quick update.
Yeah, the USC locker room is past the end zone to your right from where you guys are looking, and that's apparently where Alani Noah is. He has not returned to the game. Instead, you mentioned King Miller's brother, Kion, out there. Like King, he's just a walk-on, too. And Lincoln Riley, when we were talking up King and asking about him on Trojans Live, he said he expects both brothers to be on scholarship soon. So, obviously, we've seen King earn his spot, but it's his brother's turn now, and he looks very comfortable out there.
First down for the Trojans at the Nebraska 23, turning it around and going right to left from our vantage point with King Miller behind Jaden Mayava. McCree sets up right side behind the tackle. Makai Lemon and Jaden Richardson wide to the right side. Mayava changing the play, letting the lineman know it is in this cacophony of noise. Lane is down to the near side. The first down call is to Miller again. Right side, big hole. He keeps on his feet inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. And another USC first down. That first down driven by Hyundai. Never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. And the Trojans are in the Helium Mobile red zone.
Yeah, and they checked out of that play. They didn't like something. Lincoln Riley on the sideline said, hey, Jaden, I see a run play here. And he turns around and just gives it off quickly to King Miller, and they hit a fast one there on the right side. So they saw something in that defense they didn't like, changed that play.
This has been a King Miller drive, that's for sure. Double tight end on the left side. Miller to the left side that way of Jaden Mailava on 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Trojans trail 7-0. Second play of the second quarter. Mailava wants to throw. Slant pass in the end zone over the head of Jacoby Lane and incomplete. Welcome back to Trojan football. Second quarter presented by Southern California's own Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics and craft beer pioneer since 1996. So a second and goal from the 7-yard line. Trojans very good at the red zone. 25 touchdowns, 8 field goals, 33 out of 36. In terms of scoring, they don't want any field goals here. They want touchdowns, not field goals, as I recall. Second down and goal from the 7. Fullback this time is McCree for Brian Jackson. Under center is Mailava. Fakes the handoff to Jackson. Throws right side. Double covered. Incomplete is Richardson. At the corner front side of the end zone, and now it's third and goal at the 7-yard line. You've been running the ball all the way down the field, run, like it's just going out of style, and all of a sudden you don't.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Just trying to run a little crossing route. They took Jacoby Lane out, put Jaden in. Hopefully some traffic will clear up on those crossers. It doesn't happen there as 2 guys end up on Jaden. Jaden Mailava tries to squeeze one in there to Jaden Richardson.
King Miller just looked unstoppable on this drive, but now you've got yourself a third and goal from the 7. Jackson is the one back. Mailava has to throw on third and goal, rushes on. Mailava's going to run. He's at the 5. He's down to the 2. Down to maybe the 1. Yeah, they're going to put him down at the 2. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 2. Down 7-0. Early second quarter. Well, you want to make this crowd go crazy, go for it on 4th and goal from the 2 and don't get it. But quiet them down. You want to quiet them down? Go for it and score.
Jaden Mailava, heard you, Pete. He tucked it on that one, tried to go earn it, ran over a guy, but just not enough there.
That was one of those where he had to run, because if he didn't, he was going to be sacked. I like to also see him run when he wants to run. Jackson, the one back. Lemon comes in motion on 4th and goal at the 2, and the Trojans, I believe, are going to call timeout. Nebraska called the timeout. Interesting. Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with cookies. Proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with cookies today and fight on. World Series in Toronto. Dodgers got Shohei Ohtani to the third base in the first inning, top of the first, with 2 outs, but couldn't plate him. And so they go to the bottom of the first. Shohei goes back out onto the mound, and it's no score so far in Game 7.
Yeah, big play on 4th down here too, Pete. Think about last time the Trojans were out against Notre Dame. A couple failed 4th down opportunities, weren't able to pick it up. Got it maybe by some accounts a little bit cute in some of those play calling. We'll see what comes tonight.
They've already run their cute play tonight.
Yeah, they had the formation play, the one they designed didn't work out too well, so we'll see what Lincoln Riley calls them. Coors Light is a proud partner of University of Southern California Athletics. Choose chill with a Coors Light today.
4th and goal at the 2, and they could barely be making more noise here in Lincoln. Black shirt defense, black shirted crowd. McCree and Lyons line up next to each other on the left side. Brian Jackson is the back. Lemon Lane to the far side receiver-wise. McCree comes in short motion. Looks like the Trojans move. That is a penalty called against the Trojans that is caused by the crowd. Congratulations to him.
Number 73.
Home field advantage.
5-yard penalty.
4th and goal at the 7.
Still 4th down.
And the Trojans will now have to settle for a field goal. Remember, no field goals on 4th and short, always 4th and long. 4th and 7, I consider that pretty long.
Yeah, they're still going on the clap there, especially when you're down at the end zone area. That thing is loud down there. Still trying to go on the clap, and looked like Tobias Raymond got going a little early, probably heard something he shouldn't have, and now they're kicking a field goal.
So here's Sayeri, 12 of 13. More or less an extra point, you would hope. Near hash mark from the 15. The punter, the holder, Sam Johnson. Pepper, the snapper, one of the best in the country. Snap is perfect. Kick is away, and the Trojans are on the board for the 352nd consecutive game, a school record. Timeout on the field. Second quarter action, 13:23 remaining in the first half. Now Nebraska 7, USC 3. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC.
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe Hybrid, or get up to $4,250 bonus cash on select trims. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end November 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's DeMarco for USC Nebraska right now. Be with me and Travis on Monday as we recap your entire sports weekend. We got it all. The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, Monday, 3 p.m. on your home of USC football, ESPN LA.
Trojan fans, if you're drinking any today, have a Go Safely game plan. Choose a sober way to go. Don't drink and drive. Go safely. Visit gosafely-ca.org for more information. That's a message from the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Oh, don't forget, set your clocks back tonight. Spring forward, fall back. So before you go to bed, anybody got clocks in their houses anymore? I've got three. Three? I've got one on my wrist and I got two in the house.
No, we don't. I don't think we have a clock in our whole house. The kids
Your
have
microwave,
clocks. Kids have clocks in their room.
I've got a Dale Evans Roy Rogers clock. It's really cool. Coffee maker, all right. I do. It's really cool. I bought it at a thrift shop. It was like $5. 7-3, Nebraska. Early second quarter. Trojans had a nice drive there, and King Miller ran like the wind, and then when they got down to the goal situation, they couldn't quite do it.
Yeah,
so they had to settle for a field goal.
Taking advantage of numbers a little bit in the run game. You know, Lincoln Riley changed a couple plays there in the middle of the thing. He saw some opportunities to run the ball in a light box and decided to go with it. But to get down to the goal line and just dial up some pass plays that didn't find any fruition.
Sayuri's kickoff into the end zone for the touchback, and so Nebraska will start off at the 25. Chippiness out there tonight. After plays, after kickoffs, no talking going on. George Springer singled to open the game for Toronto. There's one out now in the bottom of the first, no score so far, and Vladimir Guerrero is at the plate. 7-3 here in favor of Nebraska. Great start for the Cornhuskers. Held the Trojans to 3 and out of their first 2 possessions. Nebraska scored on their first in a 14-play, 75-yard drive that took 7 minutes. The Trojans have rallied back to get a field goal, but still trail 7-3 as Nebraska goes back on the attack in the black and white. Snap to the side of Raiola, and he throws it low out to the 25-yard line. That's as far as Hunter will go. Pushed out of bounds there by Christian Pierce. I don't think he got anything out of that. Maybe a yard at best. 2nd and 9.
Trojans got lucky there. They only had 10 guys on the field to the last second right there as Jide Abasari got on late, was able to get in there, but Nebraska should have sped up there. They only had 10 guys for a little bit.
That's nice of us, isn't it? Very sporting. One back now, Johnson. He's been their bell cow, certainly. Motion this way. It'll be Johnson as Raiola holds it out, and there's a big hole. As Johnson stays on his feet, Pierce finally meets him, but it's not until out at the 40-yard line or so. 39 will be the line of scrimmage, perhaps. And Johnson just had a huge opening on the left side. Marcellus Williams in there to help out as well. Emmett Johnson last year against the Trojans, 10 carries, 55 yards, but he also caught 7 passes for 36 and a touchdown. He's one of the all-time leading Nebraska running backs in terms of pass catches, 77 in his career, and they haven't thrown to him yet tonight. First and 10, NU at their own 39, getting out of a little bit of a hole there. Snap back to the shotgun Raiola. As the pressure comes, he throws, and I think one of the Trojans might have got a hand on that. It looked like perhaps one of the SC guys got in there and got the hand in. Was it Devin Tompkins?
Yeah, he got a hand to it, but I still think that the wide receiver and the quarterback were on different pages there, but Devin Tompkins was back there and might have influenced that throw a little bit.
So 2nd and 10. Johnson, the one back to the left of Raiola from his own 39, leading 7-3 early second quarter. Johnson hit in the backfield and tackled forward. Abasiri. And the whistles blow, and the Nebraska fans taking some umbrage at knocking Johnson down on the ground after the whistle had blown there. A number I am not familiar with, 92, Carlin Jones in there for the Trojans making the tackle.
And Jaden Walker blitz, a little run blitz right there as he comes up in the hole and takes a couple blockers up, 2 guys on him, so someone's free to come off and make that tackle.
Ramsey splits over to the right side with a wide receiver or 2. They've got trips to the left. On 3rd and 10 from their own 39, and a big play here in the second quarter. Then it's the running back Johnson with a stutter step at the 40. Gets away for a little bit out to the 44, but that's all. A gang of Trojans will escort him out of bounds. They're led by Tompkins. It'll be 4th down and about 5, and they'll have to punt it away to the Trojans.
Yeah, safe call right there from
Stevens
Nebraska.
was the guy to make the push out of bounds. Sorry about that.
Yeah, safe call right there by Nebraska as they go to the run on 3rd and long right there, and 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 10, and just can't pick it up. Good job by Trojans being aware they can run the ball still and closing up those run gaps.
Punt for Wilson coming up. See if the Trojans can do better than the 19-yard line where they started the last drive that resulted in a 3-pointer. Lemon, an expert punt returner. Trojans put on a bit of a rush as the Aussie kicker goes to Lemon, and he makes a fair catch at the 15-yard line. Looked like he wanted to run with that after he fair caught it.
So after a slow start from the defense on that first drive, they've come to life here and kind of responded and quieted this crowd as this place was about to explode after that first scoring drive, and defense comes to life, forces 2 punts back to back. So the defense credited with getting this thing turned around a little bit.
In the World Series, Toronto failed to score the first. They go to the second, no score. Dodgers and Blue Jays will take a break. Early second quarter, 7-3 Nebraska. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
Hey, it's Cap. This is USC Nebraska. Coming up Monday morning at 7 a.m., we're all over everything from this jam-packed weekend. Mongrels, let's go. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
The game appears to have settled in a little bit here. 7-3 Nebraska. And we're only, how far into the second quarter? We've got 10:29 to go in it. Let's go down to Jordan Moore on the SC sideline.
A wise man named Shaun Cody once told me, don't judge a game by the first drive of either team, because those are the scripted plays, and the game flow is not necessarily going to follow that script. And that appears to be what's happening here. Nebraska executed their script so well, moved right down the field on the Trojans, and ever since, it's looked a completely different matchup when the USC defense is on the field. Now the USC offense is on the field, again without Alani Noah. He is back on the sideline. He does not have his helmet with him, though. So he's in full pads, doesn't appear to be in any distress, but he is does not have his helmet, is not playing.
This drive starts back at their own 15-yard line. Mayava with King Miller, who looked great that last series, back in there, and he's going to look great again this series perhaps. Up the middle he goes, right side, tackled forward across the 30, all the way out to the 32-yard line. I don't know why the linesman is standing on the 30. That doesn't make any sense. They're going to put the ball down right there? That's a terrible spot. Doesn't matter. Big game, 15 yards, first down USC.
Yeah, it's an addition. You got 6 guys in the box. We're going to run the ball at you, and that's what the Trojans are doing. Hey, 6-man box, light box, we're running the ball.
Double tight end right, Lemon split wide to the right. This side, Jaden Richardson. The give, though, to King Miller, and Miller's got a hole on the right side, and he busts his way out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. You also might want to watch Locked On USC, daily podcast put together by tonight's spotter statistician Mark Culkin. Does a great job on it. Also writes for wearesc.com. Mayava fakes the handoff to Miller, looking left, looking right, comes back against the grain this way and throws out of bounds, incomplete. Looking for Richardson. He doesn't complain. Good defense there by 37 Jones, the cornerback. And just like that, after the pickup of 4 on the first down play, you got a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to go somewhere earlier with the ball with that. Jaden was looking on the right side, looking for Makai Lemon, and he forced to go to Jaden Richardson on the left side. Not his first target there.
Crowd hollering, trying to get the football back for their offense, leading 7-3, third of the way through the second quarter. Miller to the left side of Mayava, takes the snap perfectly back, winds and throws right side. That's complete to the 40, 45, and out to the 47-yard line to Tanuk Hines. Kind of a forgotten guy so far in this ball game, but there he is with a big catch and a USC first down driven by Hyundai.
Yeah, all 3 wide receivers on that side at the start of that play as they all kind of bunch up. You know that they're worried about Makai Lemon, and they get the ball to Tanuk Hines.
Miller again, and off the left side into Nebraska territory, inside the 50-45 to the 44.5. That's the perfect pickup of 9.5. Get you kind of a free play on the second down play. King Miller is eating it up right now. 9 carries, over 80 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they bring in Jacoby Lane on this play, so I might look for a shot here as you got second and short in that kind of range.
Keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Miller to the, Lemon to the far side, and Lane to this near side. Miller, well, nope, it'll be Mayava to run on his own to the 40, to the 35. I don't believe my eyes. Jaden Mayava ran the football on his own choice, and he gets the Trojans another first down. That's 2 runs tonight, 2 for plus yardage.
Yeah, that's definitely a designed run. They told him to take it on that one. He was going to go with that one all the way as he slow played the little mesh point, got a blocker, got a defender back to him. He's able to stiff arm him and wait for his guy Walker Lyons to get a block.
Harry Dalton in as the feature back behind Mayava. Lyons on the left side as the tight end. The handoff to Dalton. He cuts it back in. And dashingly, somebody lost a shoe, inside the 35 to the 33, picks up a nice 3 yards. The freshman from Dinwiddie, Virginia, Dinwiddie High School, Harry Dalton the third. He had -2 yards on 1 carry his last time he was seen, and now he's got positive yards this season. Dalton stays in. Hair flowing out underneath his Cardinal-colored helmet. On 2nd and 7 at the Nebraska 33, Trojans trailing 7-3 midway through the second quarter here in Lincoln, Nebraska. A madhouse here at Memorial Stadium. Mayava claps his hands once, then twice, takes the snap, the rush is on. Oh, face mask coming up, I think. No call? Wow, I don't see a flag. The ball is on the ground. It's recovered by the Trojans. It's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. I want to see the replay on that. It looked like they had him.
Yeah, there's a flag down. I don't know if it's for grounding or for the face mask. We'll see.
Intentional grounding. Lost down at the spot of the foul.
Oh, that's a face
Third
mask.
down.
He grabbed him by the face mask and yanked his head down. How do you miss that? Standing right in front of it, you missed it.
Yeah, that's, you're bringing a young back there. That's Harry Dalton's got to pick that up. Obviously, you got to pick him up at the line, but Harry Dalton trying to pick up that blitzer right there didn't stand a chance as he runs through. Harry Dalton gets right in the face of Jaden Maiava, and you're right, Pete. That could have been a face mask there, but they refs didn't see that, and they saw the intentional grounding.
Third and long, third and about 16 back at the 43. He wouldn't have had to ground it if he didn't get face masked. And now the Trojans, I believe, have taken their first timeout. Nebraska
Second
again has taken timeout.
Media.
We'll take a timeout with them. Timeout here in Lincoln with 6:53 left. First half, 7-3 Nebraska still leading. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have two simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
It's football season, which means it's tailgating season. And the place to be before every USC home game is the Modelo Ultimate Tailgate. Located in the USC Trojan Fan Fest on the grass infield directly east of the Coliseum. The Modelo Ultimate Tailgate opens 4 hours before kickoff. It's free to fans of all ages, and it's perfect for all your pregame rituals. Like checking out the earlier games, jamming to the DJ, grabbing a bite, and of course kicking back with some ice-cold cervezas. Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Fight on!
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen, the home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
Just under 7 to play in the half. Nebraska leading USC 7-3. Dodgers failed to score in the second inning, and now the Blue Jays have runners at first and second with nobody out at the bottom of the second against Shohei Ohtani. Let's go down and spend some time with Jordan.
Yeah, Pete, you wanted hands to the face or a face mask on that play, but I'm wondering about the intentional grounding. He threw the ball right at Harry Dalton's feet. Now, listen, he spiked the ball down. He was obviously grounding the football, but there was definitely a receiver in the area. So that puts USC in a tough spot here, 3rd and 17, but it's also an awkward spot. You're at the plus 44-yard line.
No.
I look for something short of the sticks here to at least put yourself in a situation where you have a decision to kick a field goal or go for it on 4th down. If you go for the whole thing here and you don't get it, I think you just have to punt from plus territory, which nobody likes to do in 2025.
And Maiava not having a good night right now. 4 for 10 for just 39 yards, and he's been sacked once. Some of the passes have been dropped, but some of them have not been thrown particularly well. This is a 3rd and 16 from the Nebraska 43. Empty backfield for Jaden Maiava. Rush coming from both sides. He steps up, rolls right, may want to run it and does. 40, 35, and up the sideline to the 32. So he got what Jordan was talking about. Get half of that and gives yourself a chance here. Do you go for it on 4th down and 6 from the 32-yard line? I think you kind of do. Maybe you kick a field goal even.
Yeah, field goal here.
All right. This will be a 50-yarder. It's cold weather. We talked about the ball being a little extra hard. Hash mark right side, just inside the 40-yard line, but it'll go then as a 49-yard field goal attempt for Ryan Sayeri. Not his longest, but one of them, and in this weather, you don't know. The kick is away, and it is good. Not by a lot. It dropped down and hit the back support of the goalpost and bounced back through, but that doesn't matter. Once it gets through, it breaks the plane, it's in, and Sayeri does it again. Another field goal, and the Trojans down by only one now, 7-6.
Their special teams MVP, Ryan Sayeri, all year just has been nails, man. Just in tough environments, he can tune it all out and knock them through there. So a big pickup in the offseason by the Trojans, as Sayeri has been nails all year.
6:07 to go in the half, and SC down 7-6. Let's go back down to Jordan Moore.
Yeah, that's just great. Just to follow up on setting up the play, that's just great game management by Jade Mayava. Instead of forcing a shot down the field, it's low percentage. He did enough to trust his field goal kicker, Sayeri. And Sayeri, he's been lights out, guys. I mean, the story of this season, in a lot of ways, is the walk-ons. You got King Miller out there, you have his brother out there, you have Sayeri out there. Got a lot of guys out on scholarship, but the walk-ons are producing as much as anybody for this team.
Sayeri setting up to kick off in Toronto. The Blue Jays with runners at first and second. Now with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning in a scoreless Game 7 of the World Series. Introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit, Celaya Tequila. Kickoff habitually into the end zone, and it is picked up at the 1 and will be brought back out to the 25-yard line. If they got to the 26, I'll be surprised. You take a chance.
Yeah, they're going to give Kenneth Williams some chances. He's done it before, so I'm sure he's got the green light.
Special teams tackle for the Trojans for Isaiah Rubin. I do believe that might be the first time we've called his name this year. So 1st and 10 right at the 25. Same thing he would have got if he would have taken a knee. 7-6 Nebraska. They had a great first drive. Haven't been heard from since particularly. The Trojans have looked good but not great on offense, but are down by only 1 now. Nearing the end of the first half. Raiola setting up a screen pass at the 25. Williams, a great pass catcher, tackled forward to the 39-yard line. As I mentioned, he's 3rd on the all-time Nebraska list for catching passes out of the backfield. And this one, he makes it from the 25 to the 39, a 14-yard pickup at a first down.
Yeah, some more linebackers out there on the field. Look like they had Jaden Walker and Desmond Stevens. No Eric Gentry out there right now. Ooh. Mutai Tagoe is out there.
Well, he's a good one from San Clemente. PATs and field goals this year brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Ryan Sayeri with a couple of field goals tonight so far. Emmett Johnson catching that pass to give Nebraska a little bit of breathing room. He gets the handoff, tries to go up the middle, gets a couple for his efforts. Might have fumbled the ball. Looks like it popped forward, but then he climbs back on it after a short gain of about 3 to the, they give him 4 now to the 43-yard line. Stopped by Walker. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, good job by Jaden Walker. Just walked up on the line, does his job, comes down with the running back. He's got to watch the quarterback as well. Comes down, closes the line, and makes a tackle. Nice play by 31.
Back to the line of scrimmage come the Cornhuskers. Normally you'd see them in white helmets with a red stripe down the middle and a red letter N on the side of the helmet. Tonight all black and the blackout. Motion away. Throw to the motion man. No, underneath. And a great tackle by Kamari Ramsey, who rams into the tight end Luke Lindenmeyer, and then he gets finished off by Marcellus Williams, and a really nice defensive read for the Trojans right there.
Yeah, big hit with Kamari Ramsey, reminiscent of last year on a couple 3rd downs. Number 7 coming downhill, making a big hit. Obviously, Luke Lindenmeyer is a big boy, so he needed some friends for the party there, but his boy Marcellus Williams cleans it up for him there.
3rd and 7 at the 42. Going out. Raiola in an empty backfield. Trips to the far side, but now in motion comes Dane Key, who caught a touchdown pass earlier. Raiola looking over the middle. That's complete. Coming back against the grain and across the 50 to the Trojan 48 is that man Key. And Nebraska keeps the drive alive with a short passing game that looked very good in the first quarter. It looks pretty good on this drive. It's 1st down at the SC 48.
Yeah, just a little option route there over the middle as you bring some of that pressure. That's where the linebackers are vacating right from. Smart play by Raiola. Just throw it behind him right there as there's an empty spot in the defense.
Blue Jays have loaded the bases with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Still no score. Shohei Ohtani pitching for the Dodgers. First down, Nebraska at the Trojan 48. Raiola with a play action fake throws, and that is Lindenmeyer, the tight end. Makes the catch. Luke is the call you hear, of course. And he brings it down all the way to the Trojan 25-yard line before being brought down by Williams. 1st and 10.
And a punch out by Shohei.
Second inning is over. Top of the third. No score. Here, 1st and 10 Nebraska at the Trojan 25. And another nice looking drive here, Shaun. They've got it going on. A little bit of running, a little bit of passing.
Yeah, getting Lindenmeyer involved in the offense.
Under center goes Raiola. Got to figure it's going to be Johnson this time. Johnson gets the call to the line of scrimmage, gets away, but not from Ramsey. Flag is down at late in the play.
I think we're going to get an offensive lineman holding.
Jakeem Stewart looks like he was a little miffed that he was being held. They laid on him at the point of contact.
Holding. Offense number 59. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
That's Henry Lutovsky, their outstanding left guard, returning starter and captain from Crawfordsville, Iowa, a graduate.
You called it, Pete. Jakeem Stewart got held on that play, and it was all because of his get off right there. We've seen it a couple times this year. Number 4 gets off the ball, gets behind the line of scrimmage, changes that line of scrimmage, and the offensive lineman just has to grab him right there. The officials throw a flag, which is not often, but very obvious on that one.
So, move the ball back to the 35. Where it'll be 1st and 20. And Nebraska may have just called their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Do we have another break to take? You do not. It's the 2-minute. Yeah, it's the 2-minute stoppage. The CIF Southern section and San Diego and Los Angeles City sections putting out their high school football playoff pairings today and tomorrow. Playoffs will open next week. We strongly urge you to support your local school, the school you went to, or where you live, the school you live at. That's okay in your community. Los Altos?
Los Altos 10-0?
Yep.
10-0, baby. Nice win over Walnut.
Marshall went 7-3 this year, best season in 8 years, and they're going to go to the playoffs, and they beat Wilson 23-0. It's just something that never happens. So get out and support your local high school teams for sure. That'll be next week. Unfortunately, we play on a Friday, and those high school games are almost always on Friday. Don't like it. Top-ranked men's water polo team won at home over 4th-ranked Cal today, 12-9. Will take on number 3 Stanford tomorrow. Stanford lost at UCLA today in triple overtime, 13-12. Men's and women's swimming will host Arizona next Friday. Men's tennis wraps up the San Diego Invitational today and tomorrow. Both the men's and women's tennis teams then participate in the ITA Masters in San Diego next week. The men in the ITA sectionals at Pepperdine, and the women are in Rolling Hills today and tomorrow. Men's basketball opens up the season. We're going to talk to Jordan. Let's do that right now, Jordan. We got some time. Tell me a little bit about this USC basketball team 2025-26.
Well, it's a whole new crew. They only brought back one person in Terrence Williams, and he played just a handful of games last year before injuring his wrist. But it's a pretty good crew. A much more veteran, group of transfers, accomplished guys. They brought in Chad Baker-Mazzara, who was last seen in the Final Four starring for Auburn. They brought in Rodney Rice, who was last seen in the Sweet 16 starring for Maryland. So those are your two sort of potential leading scorers. But there's some interesting pieces too. They have a 7'5" player named Gabe Dines. He's the tallest player in program history. He was the story of the 2 exhibition games that we've seen them play so far. He's just very tall, and it's very hard to shoot over the top of him. Led the nation in blocks last season. He's been effective offensively so far too. I think they'll be really good defensively. They're waiting on Elijah Arenas, their stud 5-star freshman, to come back. Hopefully after the turn of the year, we might see Elijah. But in the meantime, I think it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed group, a little bit more like what you'd expect from Eric Musselman team than maybe what we saw in his first year.
Opening Monday at home against Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Is there an early season game that really stands out?
Well, they'll be playing in the Maui Invitational, so my first time going to that historic tournament is going to be really fun.
Wow, we feel bad for you. Yeah. All right, here's the 1st and 20 play after the timeout, after the 2-minute warning. At the 35-yard line, going in for Nebraska, leading 7-6. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Handoff will only net a couple, maybe 3.5 for Johnson. Crawford was there for the tackle. First time we've called his name tonight, except for the starting lineups. The women's basketball team will open the season on Tuesday at home against New Mexico State. USC takes timeout, thinking perhaps here, Shaun, at second down and fairly long, 16 or so, that if they could get the ball back, they got a chance to go down and kick a field goal, maybe take the lead, depending on if they can keep Nebraska out of the end zone.
Yeah, good first down stop, so that sets up that. So thinking, hey, maybe we got a chance to get the ball back with some time here. So good. But that's what you got to do on first down right there. Collapse the run. Everyone get in there, get in your gap, and stop that run. We saw early in the game where the crowd was in here, and it seemed like Johnson couldn't be stopped. Now the Trojans doing a much better job in the run game.
Surprised they ran it there on 1st and 20? Like Jordan was talking about, and we have seen over the years, you don't want to get it all at one time, so you get a little bit, and it gives you a shot at third down. And if you don't get it, you're probably within field goal range at that point. So, the Southern California Audi dealers halftime show not that far away. We'll hear from Lincoln Riley coming out of the locker room as to what he thinks about this first half that is not finished yet. Motion this way for Dane Key. Snap back to Dylan Raiola, looking left, throws left. That's complete at the 27, down to the 25-yard line. That is Isaiah Hunter, the kid from Cal. Career catch number 75 for him. They'll put the ball at the 25. It's 3rd down and 10 from the 25, and the Trojans take another timeout. Next week, as we mentioned, on Friday night at 6, it'll be SC and Northwestern. 2-game homestand. Iowa comes in. Iowa's no joke now. Iowa's been playing pretty good football.
Yeah.
That'll be 2 weeks away. Then it's Oregon up there, always a thrill. And then UCLA.
It's all laid out for the Trojans if they get their work done there. You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty simple. Don't lose. If you don't lose, you're probably going to have a shot to go as the 3rd team out of the Big Ten in the playoffs. If you do lose, right now it looks like Alamo Holiday somewhere in there. 3rd and 10 at the 25. Never been to the Alamo, if that turns out to be the case. San Antonio is a lovely city at any time of year. 3rd and 10. They've been doing pretty well on these slant passes. Johnson will block for Raiola, who rolls right, throws on the run, and it is a pass interference call coming up. Look for Dane Key, corner of the end zone, near side, in the front corner, and Marcellus Williams just didn't get turned around.
Pass interference, defense number 25, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right.
Yeah,
he just didn't turn around.
Yeah, you're just bailing out just a throw to kind of create that, and Marcellus Williams, young player, didn't get his head turned around there. 3rd and 10. You're thinking maybe you can get this ball back, and now that all changes as you burned your timeouts here, and now they got first and goal here.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line. 1:41 to go in the half, leading 7-6. And again, they get the ball to start the second half. Nebraska does. Motion this way. Raiola hands off, and it's Johnson in the end zone. He barely got touched. Trojans just got pushed back. Easy 10-yard run for Emmett Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, and Nebraska now back in control.
Yeah, you're sitting 2nd and 20. You're feeling pretty good. You're calling timeouts. You think you're going to get the ball back, and then all that changes with the pass interference is given up there, and as Marcellus Williams is accounted for on that one, and then 1st and goal there, and Trojans not ready for the running attack of Emmett Johnson. Is he able to find a crease and put another one in the end zone?
Extra point. Steve Jenner, the holder. And Cunanan puts it through. He's never missed one in his college career, and he's been playing for a few years now, and it's 14-6 Nebraska. Still 1:37 remaining in the half, so the Trojans have some time to do something about it. But again, knowing Nebraska's got the ball to start the second half, you better do something about it.
Yeah, it's been touchdowns versus field goals right now. They're capitalizing down right now with touchdowns, and the Trojans only getting field goals. And I'm sure Jordan Moore will have something to say about that. Jordan, what do you got?
Well, the problem, as I see it, is the way USC's been moving the football is by running it. But with 1:37 to go and one timeout, it sort of puts you in a passing script situation. So I'm curious to see if USC can get its passing game going here. They have just 39 passing yards here in the first half, guys. And when Maiava has stood back there, he has been under duress. So I feel like the Trojans need to get at least 3 out of this possession, but they're going to need to do it through the air, I would think.
That 128 yards per game given up through the air by Nebraska seems to be not a cheating number at all.
Yeah, and you're watching their defense and you're seeing why, because they're just going to leave you with a light box. They're tempting you to run. They're asking you to run. If you're going to stick with it, you can do it. But how long will you stick with it for?
Trojans return the kickoff, and unwisely so, as they only get back out to the 19-yard line. And again, some chippiness after the play, but the Trojans will start some 81 yards away.
I've never seen someone so excited to escort someone out of bounds before.
Tanook Hines returned that one. We'll have scores of other games, highlights, statistics. We'll talk to John Jackson of the Trojan Studios about adjustments that need to be made during our halftime show, the Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show, which is coming right up. Dodgers failed to score in the third. Bottom of the third, no score. Dodgers and Blue Jays, game 7 of the World Series. 1st and 10 Trojans, minute 30 left of the half, trailing 14-6 at their own 19-yard line. McCree, the tight end, one back is Miller. Maiava will throw on first down. Looks left, nobody there. Looks right, throws it away. At the feet of Lake McCree, 2nd and 10. And those short 1-yard passes aren't going to get it done when you need 81.
Yeah, just trying to set up a screen right there to King Miller, but Nebraska sniffed it out, so he comes back to the other side, looks for Lake, and just kind of ditches it there.
What are they doing to Lemon and Lane to stop them from being open, generally speaking?
Well, they're playing zone defense here, and they got a lot of guys back there. So if you're Jaden, you got to find your pockets. But right now hasn't been able to find those.
Maiava 4 for 11. Drops to pass on 2nd and 10. Gets hit. Throws incomplete. Behind McCree. Maiava looks off. Along with jittery in the backfield, dancing feet. He just looks off. He doesn't look like the same Maiava we have seen.
Yeah, has not been putting the ball on guys' bodies. He's asking these guys to make some outstretched arms, and that's where you see these Nebraska defenders to be able to jar the ball free, or guys haven't been able to make the catch. Hasn't really put not a lot of sharp, accurate balls today.
3rd and 10, and you feel things starting to get a little pressure pack for the Trojans. You are right. McCree is the one back. The tight end, they send him in motion, and so there's nobody back there for protection. Not even the extra tight end, and there are 6 down linemen for Nebraska coming after Maiava. Drifts back further, sets up a screen complete to Lane to the 25-30 and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So they get 13 when they needed 10, and a first down for the Trojans with 1:16 to go in the half. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
1st and 10 SC at the 32, trailing late first half, 14-6 at Nebraska. Maiava wants to throw again, does. It is knocked away from McCree, who says that's a pass interference call. And the referees don't seem to tend to agree with him. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 32.
Yeah, going after Lake McCree. They like a matchup there. Lake McCree, he's in that slot right there, just slotted out on their nickel guy. Not able to create any separation right there. And Jaden tries to force one in there to his big guy, but can't get the box out on him.
2nd and 10 at the 32. Motion for Tanook Hines this way, joining Lemon and Lane down below our press box vantage point, almost exactly at their location at the 30-yard line on this end of the field. Maiava steps up in the pocket. Maiava's going to run, got to get out of bounds. He's at the 40, 45, and steps out of bounds near the 50-yard line.
Got a flag.
Penalty marker, where is it? Looking for it.
Offside. Defense number 96. Lined up in the neutral
zone. Be a first down SC out at the 49. 3 positive runs for Jaden Mayava. That one was one where it was really a coverage scramble for him. He didn't choose to go and he didn't have to go. He just eventually had to go. So first down for the Trojans at the 49-yard line. Just shy of midfield, down 14-6. Last minute of the second quarter. Miller behind Mayava. Crowd roaring as they have been engaged all night. Throw against the grain underneath the McCree. 50. It bumped out of bounds hard at the 46-yard line. Be a gain of 5 and a second down and 5 for USC with 58 seconds remaining in the half, trailing 14-6. Blue Jays lead 3-0 in the bottom of the third. There was first and third with one out. I have to think that somebody might have hit one over.
I think Bichette hit it.
Mayava on 2nd and 5 from the Nebraska 46. Mayava chooses his own number to call, fumbles the ball out of bounds. Are they going to call it incomplete, intentional grounding, or a fumble? A flag is down. He went down as a sack back all the way at his own 48, a loss of 6. And I think they're going to call this intentional grounding. They're talking about it anyway. He fumbled it forward and out of bounds back to the original line of scrimmage. But let's just see what they're going to do here.
There's no receiver in that area. That was an offensive lineman, so.
Well, it's back at the 48, so this is not going well for the Trojans, whatever it is.
Intentional grounding. Yeah. Offense number 14. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. Third down.
So
this penalty also triggers a 10-second runoff.
3rd and 11.
Please reset the game clock to 44 seconds. The clock will start on my signal.
None of that helps USC's cause. 44 seconds remaining in the half. Of more import, you got a 3rd and 11. If you don't get this, you probably have to kick it. Snap is back. Jackson didn't know what the play was going to be. Throw down the right sideline. Open as Lemon, check that Hines, but he underthrew him. Hines had a step on the defender at about the 25, but he underthrew him. Had to come back to try to get it. By that time, Corona Roosevelt's Andrew Marshall had responded, come back to meet the play, knocked it away, incomplete. 4th down, Trojans will have to kick.
Yeah, just kind of didn't step into that one. Just kind of arm threw it out there and couldn't get enough because Tanook Hines, you said, had a step on him. Just Jaden didn't have a ton in his face, just didn't step into that throw, and I just tried to throw with his arm and couldn't get enough on it to get it out to Tanook.
So Johnson will punt again, his busiest night of the season, I think. 3 punts. Back to get this is Barney. He'll catch it at the 14. Boom, he goes down after a very short return of about 3 yards. And with the scant few seconds remaining in the half, 30 seconds to go, we'll see how Nebraska plays this. They do get the ball to start the second half. So, 14-6. Nebraska leads. Great first drive. Pretty nice last drive. And that's been 2 touchdowns. A pass to Dane Key from 14. A run by Emmett Johnson from 10 yards out after a pass interference call. A legitimate one. The Trojans have 2 field goals. Nebraska has 2 touchdowns. The Trojans are to win in the second half. They'll have to change that. Johnson up the middle. Just pushes the pile with the help of his offensive lineman. All the way out to the 28. Short of a first down by about a yard. Clock runs, 16 seconds left in the half. Take a shot here, or are you just going to go into the locker room pretty happy? I think that's all that's going to happen.
Yep.
That's it. First half's over. Nebraska has had the better of it for sure. The Trojans could play better football than they did in that first half. Did not look very good through the passing game. Nebraska can make you look that way. 6 for 16 for Mayava for 57 yards. And the Cornhuskers leave the field ahead at the end of the first half at home. The halftime score, Nebraska 14, USC 6. Back with our halftime activities after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person looking at the deal. Additional terms apply.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pick for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is the Audi Halftime Show.
Caught the end zone. It's a touchdown, USC.
A full breakdown of the first half of Trojan football with stats and highlights, plus a look at what the Trojans have to do to fight on to victory. Brought to you by
Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
And by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Company.
Now here's Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Now, it's time to take a listen to the best play of the first half.
Powered by Ontario International Airport.
A proud partner of the USC Trojans.
Fight on and fly on with ONT.
49-yard field goal attempt for Ryan Sayeri. Not his longest, but one of them, and in this weather, you don't know. The kick is away, and it is good. Not by a lot. It dropped down and hit the back support of the goalpost and bounced back through, but that doesn't matter. Once it gets through, it breaks the plane, it's in, and Sayeri does it again. Another field goal, and the Trojans down by only one now, 7-6. They haven't been able.
Yeah, Pete. The biggest problem is Jaden Maava is out of rhythm. We all know that. The key is what is Lincoln Riley going to do in the second half to get him back in rhythm. In previous games, you remember Michigan, he started off the game with 7 or 8 straight passes. All were short underneath passes to get him in rhythm. That's what Maava lacks right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Lincoln comes out in the second half with that short passing game, get the ball out of his hands quickly, make the reads easier so he doesn't have to think as much, get him back in rhythm, and let's win this game.
Is he off because of what Nebraska is doing defensively, or is he just having an off game, or a little combination of the two?
Well, it's a combination. I always think that Maava is best when he is, in rhythm, on a roll, so to speak. He has not found that tonight, so give Nebraska credit for not letting me have that. But I also think that short passing game that gets the ball out of his hands quickly, Lincoln has not run that to this point. And that's what I think he has to do in the second half to get these guys in rhythm, get Jaden in rhythm.
6 for 16 for 57 yards, been sacked twice, has got a couple of penalties for intentionally grounding also. Lane and Lemon have only caught 2 passes each. Miller's been the star for the Trojans, 9 carries for 82 yards. But the walk-on freshman can't do it himself. The Trojans will have to also combat this crowd, which has been very, very good. You've played in loud crowds before. You know what it's like when it gets going, and especially when it gets going towards the end of the game. The Trojans need to come out and make a statement, JJ, at this beginning of the third quarter when Nebraska receives the opening kickoff here, quiet the crowd down, and then get back in the game.
I would love to see him use the tight ends down the field, maybe some seam routes. Once again, get the ball out of Jaden's hands so he doesn't have several reads to go through and hold the ball too long, and play with some toughness in the second half.
Do you see anything that says that the Trojans are going to be able to do that the way they've been playing the ball, the way Nebraska's been playing so far?
Continue to run the ball, Pete. Put Nebraska on their heels so they just can't pin their ears back and rush the quarterback.
Obviously got to get touchdowns instead of field goals. JJ, we'll talk to you after the ball game. The Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show continues as USC trails Nebraska 14-6. This is ESPN LA, the USC Trojans Media Network.
Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
It's the Women of Troy Report. Here's a look inside the world of USC women's athletics.
This is the Women of Troy Report, and I'm Casey Kasliner. Today, we're speaking with Julia Carton, a senior on the USC women's rowing team. So you're from Pennsylvania originally. What made you want to come to USC, and how have you liked rowing in LA?
Yes, I'm originally from right outside of Philly, and I knew that if I was going to row in college, I wanted to be able to row on the water all year round. And USC also checked all my boxes. I really wanted a school with school spirit, which I definitely found in USC. Also great academics and great resources for athletics. So it's been amazing 4 years out here. It's gone by so fast, which is crazy, but it's been really fun to row in the port. We have the waterways all to ourselves, and we can row all year round, which is the best part of it.
Yeah, so last year you took home some awards. You finished first at the UCLA duel. What was that experience like for you last year?
Yeah, so last year was our first year with a whole new coaching staff, so definitely a big adjustment for the whole team. But I think as a team, we really just jumped into it, excited for a fresh start. And racing UCLA at home in the port was an awesome experience. It was awesome to have our whole team, all of our parents out at the port. Our slogan for that race was Pack the Port. We were trying to get everyone out there, and people really showed out. So it was really fun to be at home, racing on our home course. And as a team, I think it was a really great first step at racing as a team, but then also just starting our spring season off strong.
It sounds like you guys had a great year. Transitioning to this year, what are some of your personal goals for this season?
It's my last season of rowing ever, which is crazy to say that after 8 years. So I think personally, I just want to keep working hard and go out, having a season I know I gave my full full effort and look back with no regrets on. And also just, as a senior on the team, there's 6 of us this year, and we're really excited about what our team can do. And I'm excited to be part of the leadership to take everyone there. Last year, we had a really big freshman class who are now sophomores. So it's fun to have a pretty young team for the most part. So it's really cool to see what the future of USC rowing will be. And I'm excited to lead them to that this year.
Yeah, what's it like being a senior and a leader on the team with, some of the younger rowers? How do you help them get integrated, especially with the new coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different than I expected. It's kind of weird to come back this year and be the oldest one on the team because I feel like I was a freshman like 2 days ago. But I think it's been really fun just getting to know them and seeing the future of the team, like the people who will be here even when I'm not still here. And I think everyone's done such a great job adjusting so far. And I think a lot of it's just been answering questions and figuring things out together as we go along. With the whole coaching staff change and a lot of new people on our support staff, things are definitely like different in some aspects. And I think a lot of that is just welcoming the change and showing them that it's okay when things are changing and just go with it. And that's what's going to help us get faster.
You mentioned you've rowed for nearly a decade at this point. How do you stay composed during such a competitive season, especially in a sport that's just so physically demanding?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of practice, and it's definitely different now than it was 8 years ago. A lot of it's just taking the training we do, and then when you have those 7 minutes to show what you've been training for on the race course, like really using them to the best of your ability.
And I'm Casey Kosliner. This was the Women of Troy Report. Stay tuned for more action on the USC Trojan Media Network.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe Hybrid, or get up to $4,250 bonus cash on select trims. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end November 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person looking at the deal. Additional terms apply.
Swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals, ice-cold beers, signature drinks, and now their new $15 fireside favorites. Choose from 5 handcrafted entrees like fried chicken, grilled shrimp tacos, fettuccine alfredo, Mediterranean chicken bowl, or Loco Moco fried rice. Every fireside favorite comes with Lazy Dog's famous personal-sized s'more brownie sundae for dessert. Dine in or take it to go. $15 fireside favorites are available all day, Monday through Friday. Visit LazyDogRestaurants.com to learn more.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Jason Schwartz with you, continuing our Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show back from our ESPN LA studios in downtown LA. We're going to go back out to Lincoln, Nebraska in a moment. Jordan Moore standing by on the sideline waiting for Lincoln Riley to come out of the tunnel. Trojans trailing the Cornhuskers 14-6 at the half out in Lincoln. A slow first half for the offense. Jada Mayava just 6 of 16 for 57 yards. He's been sacked twice. But King Miller, 9 rushes, 82 yards, averaging over 9 yards per carry. Let's take a look at some scores before we head out to Jordan in the Big Ten today. Right now, one other game going on. Number 21, Michigan hosting Purdue, leading 14-10. Earlier today, number 1, Ohio State beat Penn State 38-14. Number 2, Indiana all over Maryland on the road 55-10. Illinois defeated Rutgers 35-13, and Minnesota walked off on Michigan State in overtime 23-20. From the top 25 right now, battle of top 25 teams in Tennessee. It's a tie game. Oklahoma and Tennessee 10-10 just before the half. Looking down at some other top 25 games today. Number 20, Texas defeated number 9, Vanderbilt in Austin, 34-31. Number 10, Miami falling on the road in overtime at SMU, 26-20. Number 12, Notre Dame over Boston College, 25-10. Number 13, Texas Tech defeating Kansas State, 43-20. And a few other games going on right now. Number 7, Ole Miss leads South Carolina 20-14. And number 8, Georgia Tech trailing NC State at the half, 24-17. All right, back out to Lincoln, Nebraska. Jordan Moore roaming the sidelines and waiting for head coach Lincoln Riley to come out of the tunnel. And Jordan, from what you saw down on the sidelines there in that first half, what do you think USC has to do to get it going offensively in the second? And speaking of running the ball, I noticed Jada Mayava a little more aggressive on the ground today. Do you think that that's more of a design thing or kind of more situational, just trying to make something out of nothing? Atmosphere-wise, I mean, SC's had a few road games already this season that have been in tough stadiums. You think about Illinois, Notre Dame. How does this atmosphere compare with those? Yeah, yeah, they were up for this one, huh?
Hear that? The next chapter of Audi performance is here. That's the sound of every interior detail refined. And that's the sound of Quattro all-wheel drive. The all-new Audi Q5, the all-new A5, and Q7. Each one a statement. Performance never goes out of style.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling, while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the best person for your job. It's a win-win. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Recruiting a team or looking for fresh talent, ZipRecruiter covers the field with their powerful technology and immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within one day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even line up. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Having a high-yield savings account at USC Credit Union has its advantages, perks, and benefits. Like the fact that USC Credit Union members can get significantly higher interest rates than the national average for savings accounts. That's an advantage. Plus, you have the option to open your account with as little as $100. That's a perk. And you'll have peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned savings are insured up to a whopping $15 million. That's a benefit. Visit usccreditunion.org and start growing your savings today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Ireland, USC Nebraska right now. We'll be talking USC football on Monday and Lakers and Rams and, of course, the World Series, the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland, Monday at noon on your home for USC, ESPN LA.
Trojans looking for a second half comeback on the field, ready to kick off. That concludes our halftime show. We bite back with the second half of USC football.
You've been listening to the Audi Halftime Show, brought to you by
Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
And by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Company.
Here is Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Kickoff tried to go into the end zone, but came up short, went out of bounds. The Nebraska crowd screams yay, and it's out to the 35-yard line for a first down. Nebraska started the third quarter, brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. So, first down for the Huskers from the 35, and it'll be a pass on first down. Way down the field on the right side, and it's just thrown out of bounds too far. Dane Key, the guy they were looking for, Nicholson defending. Tonight's away game presented also by Airbnb, USC Game Day Experience. Now on Airbnb, book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. Tonight's weather report brought to you by Verizon. Visit your local LA Verizon store today. It's cool. It's not cold, it's cool so far. Maybe cold out there. It's nice in the press box. Cleared about 40 degrees right now. No wind. Handoff Johnson. Right side, gets away. Got very skinny. Turned himself sideways. Kept churning the legs and picks up 8. He ran through just about everybody on the Trojan defensive line to get 8 yards.
Yeah, a little A-gap blitz right there. And Johnson, give credit to Johnson, just kind of being patient, waiting for his guys to pick up the blitz and waiting to see where it lays out. And then he finds a little hole and just kind of dances through it. Keyshawn Silver with an arm tackle can't bring him down and picks up about 9.
15 carries, 76 yards for Johnson, keeping Raiola happy and fresh because he can throw when he wants to. And the give is to Johnson again. Lucas is chasing him, and he finds him, and he gets some help from Tompkins. Thrown for a loss on the play, and so it'll be fourth down instead of 3rd and 1. Fourth and about 3 back at their own 42. I don't see Nebraska going for it here. Not up 14-6. They're going to punt.
Huge play on 3rd down for the Trojans right there. Just Nebraska taken for granted. They're going to push the ball on a 3rd and short there, and the Trojans stand up with a TFL right there and get the punt team out there. Trojans ball.
Let's go, Mr. Lemon. He's back to receive the kick. The Aussie punter, Archie Wilson, angles left, gets the kick away, bounces at about the 25, in down to the 20, and out of bounds it goes. But I think it went out of bounds before that at the 26. It did. So the Trojans start off doing what they had to do, stop Nebraska on their first possession of the second half. Now the Trojans, what they have to do is go down and score some points, and preferably not a field goal.
Yeah, gotta come to life here. Offense really struggled in the second half. First half defense, but you give up 2 touchdowns. It's not great, but you're holding your weight there. Offense really has to get the thing going here. Only field goals and not really having any success so far really in that passing attack.
Mayava just 6 for 16 for 57 yards, 38% in the first half. He's averaging 69% on the season. King Miller is in there, had a great first half, did King. 9 carries, 82 yards. Snap is back. The fake to Miller. The throw left side, intercepted. 35-yard line. Bad throw. Good defense. Jacoby Lane was the intended receiver, but he was behind the defender. An easy interception for Andrew Marshall. His first of the season, first of his career, and you'll never get an easier interception than that one, ever.
Yeah, credit Nebraska for making an adjustment. We saw that pass in the first half 2 times, one to Lane, one to Lemon, one on each side, a little zone beater. Credit Nebraska going in at halftime, say, hey, if you get that route right there, just drop off out of your zone right there. He'll throw the ball right to you, and right there, Trojans not picking up on that adjustment. Nebraska with a smart headsy play and a nice adjustment on their defense.
And a quick turnaround and a first down on the short field at the Trojan 34. So you get the stop you wanted to start the second half and give it right back. Raiola. Hands off, why not? Johnson straight up the middle, still on his feet. Dives inside the 30 to the 27. A quick 8 yards and a first down. When do you think, I hesitate to say it a little bit, but I'm going to, when Maaiava is throwing like he's throwing tonight, when do you think about maybe bringing in Longstreet?
Yeah, I think that's a couple series off, but
okay.
You definitely got to get him back out there. Obviously a bad toss, like I said, nice adjustment by Nebraska. He wasn't ready for that.
He's clearly not on tonight so far, and part of that's Nebraska doing, certainly, but part of it is Jaden Maaiava is not on tonight. This will be a throw, left side, underthrown at about the 10-yard line. Incomplete pass. They were looking for Hunter. And a little bit of a chippy play there by Williams, who makes the play, but then gets up and does all this histrionics. Look, you're losing the game 14-6. Just play ball.
Yeah. We don't need less of that. Kind of like the last series here. You got a big first down, a second down play that goes nowhere. Now third down. They ran it last time to try to pick it up. Let's see how they respond. They probably have 2 downs here. You're thinking if you're
3rd and 3 at the 27, and you got to think that it's going to be Emmett Johnson, right? Although they have thrown some nice short passes. There's Key up to the far side, picked up by Williams. Hand off to Johnson, easy first down. Good heavens. I mean, the Trojans' defensive line is just getting pushed back 4 or 5 yards before they ever make contact with the ball carrier. First down at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it's just been inconsistent in the run game tonight. You'll see some plays where they're doing their job, holding their gap, give up a 2-yard, 3-yard run, but then you see other plays where guys are just getting moved around, just too much space there, just guys getting knocked back. Just inconsistency in the run defense right now is not good.
5-man defensive line for the Trojans. 3 with their hands on the ground, now 4. 1st and 10. Raiola with a play action fake, rushed, in trouble, hits, dropped the football, it's loose. I think the Trojans might have come up with it. Now it might have been stolen back from them. Looked like Crawford had it for a moment. SC is celebrating a little bit. Raiola is hurt. He's hurt his knee, but I think it's his shin. Trojans have recovered the ball. It's a fumble and a recovery. So a sack, strip, and recovery. And it was Crawford who landed on the ball, and he comes out of the pile with the ball. And they're going to take a look. I think Raiola got kicked in the shin, which is really painful.
Yeah, you see the replay there. It looked like Crawford wanted to pick it up, tried to pick it up, kind of fumbled it away again, but jumped on top of it. So he looked like he retained it right there. And that's the kind of play against Dylan Raiola you need. Sometimes he wants to make a lot out of nothing right there. He holds on to the ball too long there. Trojans make him pay as they get home. Look like Anthony Lucas and gang and knock the ball free, and look like Crawford's able to jump on that one.
All right, let's take a timeout. Raiola is up, and he is being helped off the field. Timeout of the field. 12:04 remaining, third quarter. Still 14-6 in favor of Nebraska. Trojans turn it over, get it right back. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN LA and the USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Yeah, Latif's only 11 for 12 this year.
Reconnect and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest a little relaxation, and a lot of fun. We'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe Hybrid, or get up to $4,250 bonus cash on select trims. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end November 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
What's good, everybody? Sua Cravens here, and don't miss the USC postgame show today after the game with me and Jason Schwartz right here on your home of Trojans football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Raiola taken off the field. He was being helped off the field. Upper ankle sprain, something with his right leg anyway. Just not sure exactly. If he gets replaced, TJ Lateef, who's all of 11 for 12 this year with 254 yards from Orange Lutheran, would be his replacement. But right now, after recovering a fumble, the Trojans take over the ball 1st and 10 at their own 33. And after this play, we'll go down to Jordan for a note or two. John Ray Reed getting ready to snap it back to Jaden Mayavu, who's had his troubles tonight, to be sure. King Miller, the one back, motion this way for the tight end Lions. Miller behind Lions, finds a little bit of a hole, then it gets clumped up in a hurry out at the 36. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 after King Miller's run. Let's go down to Jordan.
Yeah, I was talking to Keely Yours. She said she talked to Jaden Mayava earlier in the week, and this is by far the coldest game that he has ever played in his young career. Really would be surprised if that's a problem for him, though. I mean, he's not playing with a glove. He's not barely playing with sleeves. I think he's fine. It is obviously a new environment for him.
He's got the hand warmer pouch in front of him. They have a warming bench. A lot of players are sitting on that on the Trojan sideline. 2nd and 7. Miller again, straight up the middle. He's got a big hole this time, and he tackled forward out to the 44. That's a gain of 8, and that's a USC first down. First down sponsored again by Hyundai. Never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Trojans back up on the ball quickly. 1st and 10, trailing 14-6 at their own 45-yard line. Early stages of the 3rd quarter. Miller again tries the left side, then comes back over as he cuts it up the middle. Across the 50 to the 48 on the Nebraska side. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. So Miller doing his thing again here to start the second half.
Yeah, Nebraska's begging him to run it, Pete. That's what it is. They're going to give him that box and just keep him, they'll be, hey, let you run it down here to the red zone, and we know you're going to want to get to that pass. So they're comfortable in this defense here, just kind of a little bend but don't break.
Miller sneaking up on a 100-yard game. In the backfield, along with Miller, who's behind Mayava, is Lions. Miller gets the call again, dives to the 45, got tripped up. Somebody stuck an ankle out there, and he just barely got tripped, and so he picks up enough for the first down. No, missed it. 2 yards, maybe 2.5, and he's going to come up short by a football length. It'll be 3rd and inches for USC, just shy of the Nebraska 45. Trojans going left to right across the dial. If you're listening from our vantage point here high in the press box at Memorial Stadium. Beautiful place. Big crowd on hand, 85,000. It'll be Mayava to take the snap and sneak it forward. Behind Kalon Miller on the right side of the line, Justin Taunuu. Crowd is cheering, and I believe that means there was a penalty against the Trojans.
And I think it's going to be on Jacoby Lane outside as a wide receiver, which is...
Lane's having a tough day, too.
You can't do that.
Couple of drops. And a pass intercepted. Lane holding his hands out,
False start
pleading.
On the center, 5-yard penalty.
This was on Reed for
Still
probably shifting the ball around while he went down to the ball, and you can't do that. So it's instead of 3rd and inches, 3rd and 5 inches. Much different situation. Can't sneak for this one, and with a quarterback who's 6 for 17 with an interception. Tough call. Brian Jackson, after Miller has run so well, is in the ball game. Likely to block for Mayava. Lyons is in the backfield as well as an offset back to the left. No, it'll be Jackson, and he gets only a couple. So it'll be 4th and 2 at the 47.5, even 4th and 2.5 almost. Now you got a call to make. Trojans came into the game 10 of 14, second in the conference, 10th in the country in 4th down pickups. And the crowd really getting interested in it now. 4th and a long 2, almost 3. You almost have to throw it here, don't you, Shaun?
Yeah, it's almost too long for it to feel comfortable for a quick hitter here. Just I probably got to put this ball in the air.
Jackson stays in. Lemon goes in motion away. Tight end strong this side. Lemon comes back against the grain. Jackson runs. He won't make it. Nebraska takes over on downs out of midfield. Timeout on the field, and the Trojans continue to shoot themselves in the foot. 8:38 to go in the third quarter. It remains Nebraska 14, USC 6, and the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
What does 268 horsepower sound like? You're hearing it right now. The all-new Audi A5. With breathtaking acceleration that commands attention. Precision crafted to bring the thrill to every turn. This is powerful performance. The all-new Audi A5.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Canty, USC Nebraska, right now. And be sure to start your Monday morning with Unsportsmanlike, Evan, Canty, and Michelle, 3 to 7 before Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home for Trojans football, ESPN LA.
So the Trojans came out needing a stop to begin the second half, got it, threw an interception right away, but a sack fumble, they got it right back, moved the ball into Nebraska territory. On 3rd and inches, were guilty of an infraction, made it 3rd and 6, ran the ball twice with Brian Jackson into the line, didn't make the first down. Nebraska takes over on downs. It's been as frustrating an evening as you could possibly have.
Yeah, it's been a challenge watching this team offensively tonight. Credit Nebraska's defense for making it challenging for this Trojan offense. We've seen them do some pretty amazing things this year. This offense has been able to score some points, but it has been a struggle tonight against this defense. Along with this crowd, this defense has really slowed down and almost shut down this Trojan offense.
Wonder if it's any better in Spanish. Spanish language broadcast of USC football with Harry Ruiz and Alex Nevea bringing our Trojans to in Spanish, USC Trojans Game Day app and on the ESPN LA app. Pete Arbogast with Shaun, Cody, Jordan Moore, GLR as our producer director, Rick Cutler, producer engineer, and Mark Culkin keeping the stats and spotting for us tonight. Motion away, new quarterback, but the handoff, as you might have figured, goes to Johnson, and he works his way across the 50 to the Trojan 49, picks up 5 effortless yards, it appeared, as he's finally brought down. Whistles after the play. Officials timeout. And there's an injured Nebraska Cornhusker player down on the field. Lucas and Gentry, the tackle for the Trojans there, teamed up. Number 57, offensive lineman Elijah Pritchett. Well, here's the problem with that. Their 2 right tackles, Gatula and Prochaska, both out for tonight. Prochaska out for the season. They had to move Turner Corcoran, the backup left tackle, over to the other side. And now with Pritchett gone, you're down to your 3rd string left tackle. and your backup quarterback in TJ Lateef. So you got some problems. How much time is left in the quarter? 8:24. All right, they've caught a timeout. We'll take it as well. Still 14-6 Nebraska. It's still a decent game, close game anyway. We'll be back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person looking at the deal. Additional terms apply.
Yeah, go. Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. To build a championship team, you have to consider each recruit, transfer, and prospect. If you see the potential in one player, you can build potential in the whole team. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Travis, USC Nebraska right now. Be with me and DeMarco Farr on Monday as we recap your entire sports weekend. The DeMarco and Trav Afternoon Show, Monday at 3 on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
All right, after the injury to their backup or their starting left tackle, Pritchett, looks like Tyler Knack, transfer from Utah, the backup right guard, will move out to the left side. So not only from the other side from where he's normally playing, but a different position altogether, and he'll be in there playing left tackle. He's a big dude, no question, 6'6", 325.
This is a situation for me, Pete, is you got to attack the backfield here. You got to have everyone in here going after the running back, everyone after here going after the quarterback. This has got to be an all-out onslaught right now, and you got a wounded animal here in Nebraska.
Lateef, true freshman, has played in blowout games. It's good for him that he's home. He's playing against a team that he grew up watching in USC from Orange Lutheran. This is second down play, and again another handoff. And there's Johnson over the right side. They're just going to have a steady diet of this guy. Carried the ball. Now what? Little action after the play. First down at the 43. Well, it's 1st and 10. Johnson carried the ball 37 times last week. What did I miss?
They're crying about after the ball, a little. The adversary roughed up the offensive line. They just got after a little bit.
All right, 1st and 10 at the Trojan 43, leading 14-6. Middle of the third now. Handoff to Johnson. No, check it. That's backup. Mosey. Or is it Nelson? It is Mekai Nelson. The timeout is called. Well, the crowd is into it. The teams are a little chippy. The quality of play on the field is not that great.
Yeah, we had some turnovers here, injuries. Everything's kind of slowed down to a sluggish pace here.
But the clock will slowly grind down, and when you're down 14-6, I mean, it's only a score and a two-point conversion only. Let's go down and spend some time with Jordan. Maybe he can lift our spirits a little bit.
You know, guys, soccer culture infected basketball culture, and now it's infected football culture. I have noticed this. Multiple times we have seen flops. I mean, that's what we just saw. You know, a little shove, and then you just rocket yourself backwards and try to draw a penalty. Second or third time a Nebraska player has done it. They're obviously coached to do it. Seen a lot of that lately with quarterbacks in the NFL begging for roughing the passer calls. I don't know, guys. I don't like it.
Yeah, Nebraska took the timeout, so they've got 2 left. Trojans have all 3 of theirs. This is Makai Nelson, the running back, with the backup quarterback. Latif brings a man in motion. Key. Latif will keep and roll, and he'll run it himself. The 40 fumbles the ball, but he goes out of bounds with it. The 37-yard line. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Latif, 6 carries, 32 yards coming into the game. So he will run. Most quarterbacks do these days.
Yeah, only like you said, 12 throws on the year and six runs. So
yeah, it's been like he's played against Akron.
Yeah, he comes in to run it.
Houston Christian.
I just got to see more action inside. The Trojans got to be throwing bodies here at this.
If something happened to Emmett Johnson during that last run, because Makai Nelson has been the feature back. He gets the handoff, gets met, and pushed back at the 36 after a gain of 1 by Stevens. Having a pretty nice game. He's been in there a lot. And the crowd moaning about something again. Forward progress marked where? At the 35-yard line. 3rd, well, now they put it down. Yeah, right at the 35. All right. The box across the way is at the 36. They move it in now. 3rd and 2. Well, they're going to let Latif throw. Is he going to run it himself, or is he going to hand off to Nelson?
You got to make him throw. You got to load it in there and make him try to throw this.
Only 4 linemen on the front for the Trojans. Johnson is back in there. They don't hand it to Johnson. They throw it to him out of the backfield. He makes a nice catch and does well to get to the 34. 4th and 1. Had to go up the ladder to make that catch. A difficult catch for sure. The crowd says, go, go. And Coach Matt Rule and offensive coordinator Dana Holgerson says, okay, 4th and 1. You're at home. You're trying to pull off a little bit of an upset against a ranked team. And on 4th and 1 at the 34, Nebraska comes to the line. Power setup. Harburg, the quarterback, he's a tight end by trade. And Nebraska calls their 2nd timeout. Boy. Harburg has carried the ball 6 times for 5 yards in these situations this year, these 4th and shorts. He's the big load, if you will, at 6'5", 230. He was a quarterback, the number 2 quarterback behind Raiola last year. And now he says, I want to play, so he moved to tight end. Yeah, so 4th and 1, they've only got 1 timeout left. That may come back to haunt him later. I don't know.
Yeah, the timeout was huge. Looked like Latif, the quarterback, was a little lost on where he was supposed to be on that play. He didn't. That's why I think they had to take the timeout there, as they were going to get. You mentioned Harburg behind the quarterback, and they were just going to get Lindmeyer back there, and they were just going to push him. So, but,
yep. The tight end, the other tight end was right behind him.
Latif didn't know where to line up, and they had to blow that timeout.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, only one name that has it all: Athletic Brewing Company, proud to bring you tonight's game. So now they're going to punt. Or they're going to try a field goal from the 42, a 52-yarder by Kunanen, who's got a 52-yarder this year. That is his career long. On a cold night, left hash. The holder is the backup punter. Snap is back. Kick is away. No. Hit the upright on the right side. Had it by about 1.5 yards, but hit the upright. Another foot inside to the left, and he would have had that one. Pretty good kick, but not good enough.
Trojans hanging in there, Pete.
That is the definition of hanging in there right now. I don't know why or how SC is in this game the way they've been playing, but they are indeed. Let's go down to Jordan.
You know, Trojans historically, there's been issues with gifts and whether or not you're allowed to accept them. They should accept them tonight, guys. This is a lot of gifts here. I mean, I thought the Lucas play could have been a season turning point. I don't know what Matt Rule is doing. I think he called that first time out to argue that flop I was talking about. Then he called the second one to completely change a play, which, just a quarterback sneaking a 4th and 1, and then they kick a 52-yarder they don't get. This is it, guys. Like, it is right there for the Trojans. It is getting grumbly. This crowd that has been so good in this game is not exactly loving what they're seeing from their own team and their own sideline. But the Trojans got to take the gift here and get a touchdown on this drive.
Matt Rule is in the third year as head coach for Nebraska, and he was being rumored for every job in the country, so therefore leverage that into another 2 years on his contract through 2030. 10th year as a head coach. He was the 2018 National Coach of the Year with Baylor. Has also coached with the Carolina Panthers, Temple, where he got 10 wins in 2 different years. If you do that with Temple, you're a pretty good coach probably. Was an assistant at UCLA. And a high energy guy. And every guy on his staff that he's hired is a high energy guy. You watch them in their press conferences and they're just like, all those guys are go, 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 let's go. Interesting staff. John Butler has taken over as a defensive coordinator his first year here. But a bunch of generally young guys, except for Matt Rule.
Yeah, they're doing a number tonight on the Trojans on defense in Nebraska. You got to tip your hat a little bit as Coach Butler, their defense coordinator, John Butler, has this offense quite confused. Don't really know how to attack it. They've had some success in the run game, but then that kind of doesn't really turn into anything and stops kind of the passing game, which has nothing. It has had no answers for this passing defense, which we thought maybe going to this game, who knew how good this defense, the secondary was, with who they played. You know, have they played any good challenging passing attacks? They will tonight, and they've stepped up tonight. They've answered that question. Like we can cover guys on the back end, whether it's in man, whether it's in zone. They've really stifled this passing attack.
Maliava dropped 5 percentage points off his passing percentage for the year at Notre Dame, and he's on his way to doing that again at least here tonight. So far 6 for 17, 57 yards. But what you've done in the past really doesn't mean anything now. Brian Jackson still in the backfield. King Miller has had a great night. Jackson not as good. Maliava on 1st and 10 from his own 34-yard line after the missed field goal. Double tight end strong right. Jaden Richardson, one of the receivers, tight to the line of scrimmage, then splits out a little bit further. The other side, it's Lemon Lane, who have been very quiet tonight, but so is Maliava. A handoff to Jackson. He'll try to get outside and gets a couple. Across the 35 to the 38, 38 and a half. We'll call it 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. No matter what you're looking for to non-alcoholic beer, only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Company. Back to the line of scrimmage come the Trojans. Maliava wants to throw and throw long, and he does. Down the field it goes, and it is caught. Caught by the Trojans, their best play of the night. And now they're saying no. The referee put his hand up and then waved it off. It looked like it was caught by Richardson and then waved off, incomplete.
That was out of there. I don't know if the referee might have got mixed up right there, but that ball bounced out early and it was out bobbling around.
The referee was pointing 1st down SC. Look at him. He ran up to the line of scrimmage, pointed 1st down, and the back judge came up and said no, he didn't catch that. 3rd and 6. Miller back in, crowd roaring. Late 3rd quarter. Time is of the essence these days. Maliava, lob pass this way. It is caught. That one's definitely caught. Down to the 35 and inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Tanook Hines with the catch. Best Trojan play in a long, long time. 1st and 10 SC.
That's a gutsy call. And the way this passing attack has really struggled tonight, that's a gutsy call, but they go to it again and count on a young, true freshman to make a 3rd down play. That's a heck of a gutsy call, but credit to Tanook Hines and Jaden Maliava coming up big on 3rd down.
Trojan 1st down driven by Hyundai. Never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. 1st and 10 SC at the Nebraska 32. Trailing 14-6. 3rd quarter. Handoff to Miller. No, Maliava calls his own number. 30, 25, 20. To the 18-yard line, maybe out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 4th run tonight for Jaden Maliava. They've all been good. They've all been big, and hallelujah to it. 1st down, USC in the red zone.
Yeah, you called for more of it, Pete. Let's have some more Jaden Maliava, and we've definitely seen it tonight. Really trying to force that issue right there. Pulls it again. Does a good job. We've seen a bad one, but he right there, great opportunity right there, and picks up some big yards.
Trojans in the Helium Mobile red zone. Time for them to break free. Maliava with King Miller in the backfield. 1st and 10 at the Nebraska 16-yard line. Late third quarter action, down 14-6 for the Trojans. Mayava will keep it again. He's down to the 10, to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Mayava. Touchdown, USC. Well, how do you do?
I was waiting for it, Pete. That was a heck of a call right there. Jaden Mayava said, hey, this is pretty fun, man. Let's just do this again. So he decides to pull it one more time. Nebraska all over King Miller as Jaden Mayava weaves and cuts his way through that defense and finds his way into pay dirt in the end zone.
Trojans will go for 2 to try the ball game up here if they can get it. Right hash nearest us. Mayava will go under center. Lake McCree to the left side. Snap is back directly to King Miller, runs around the left side, and he'll go into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Trojans have tied the game up. Tie ball game with 3:32 to go in the third. It was a long pass to Tanook Hines, a couple of runs by Mayava, and then the 2-point conversion. Mayava trying to freak out everybody and try to psych them out, telling the receivers to move. And as he did that, attention is on him, of course, by the defense, and they snapped it directly back to Miller, who ran it in.
Yeah, about 3 misdirections on that play. With the Wildcat snap back to King Miller, who fakes the reverse going the other way. So trying to get your eyes everywhere as a defense, it's successful as King Miller is able to outrun that defensive end on the side there and put the 2-point conversion in and have the Trojans tied in the third quarter.
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Trojan fans, get ready to fight on with Fruitist Blueberries. Sweet, crunchy, and packed with goodness. The ultimate game day snack. Fruitist, the official super fruit snack of the USC Trojans, available in stores near you. Well, looked dead in the water there for a bunch of time, and all of a sudden, not so much. 3-1 Toronto over the Dodgers. Just starting the top of the 6th inning, so the Dodgers have some work to do. Down by 2. Kickoff, a yard deep in the end zone, will be brought back out to the 23.
24 yards on the return by Kenneth Williams.
Williams returns it. And so that's where the Nebraska Cornhuskers will start off. Nobody has left. Most of the people have been standing up most of the night. And let's be frank, you're in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a kind of a collegey town. Where are you going to go? There's a lot of places. Driving in through downtown reminded me a lot of the Gaslamp District in San Diego. A lot of restaurants and bars all over the place. A lot of good, fun places it looked like. As well you should have in a college town. First down, Nebraska. Now tied. Late third quarter. At home on their own 23-yard line. And the backup quarterback hands off, and Johnson gets the call. The Trojans should be waiting for him. Bishop Fitzgerald, first hit, will drop him backwards from there. Also Kobe Pepe after a short gain of about 5. Haven't talked much about Bishop Fitzgerald tonight. He is a semifinalist for the Thorpe Award for the Defensive Back of the Year, and also a quarterfinalist in the Lott Award given out by that group, beautiful group down in Southern Orange County.
Yeah, this defense got to be locked into the run game and locked into Latif running. He does not want to throw the ball here, Pete.
Second down and a long 4. He wants to run it himself, though, Latif will, and a first down as Gentry will drag him down at the 34-yard line. It's the thing that they don't think he's going to do, probably, is run it himself. And he does twice for first downs now in the last couple of series.
Well, that's all they're going to do, Pete. All they're going to do is run the ball, and he's going to run the ball, or the running back's going to run the ball. The Trojans have to be mindful. They do not want to pass the ball here.
Well, now it's 14 all. So if you're thinking I'm going to grind out another 75-yard drive in 14 plays late in the ball game like this, you know they're going to have to feature Emmett Johnson for sure. But Latif will pass. Little slant in. Has some blockers in front of him and moves the ball out for a first down, 11-yard. The ball is loose, and they're going to say he's down. They might have to take a look at this one as Judea Abasiri lands on top of the loose ball. 11-yard gain on the pass Little inside slip screen and a first down at the 45. Are they going to look at this? No, Houston.
Yeah, I think he might have hit his back. I don't
Down
know.
on his back.
Yeah. He was yanking on the ball the whole time, trying to get it free, but I think he hits his back.
So a first down, Nebraska, moving right to left here. Woo, held everything. They are going to look at it at
Ruling
least.
on the field is that the runner was down. That play is under further review.
Well, by our first view, it sure looked like he was. Let's see now. We're going to get a really good view. Butts on the ground. Ball maybe coming out.
Yeah, it might be kind of ajar already before he hits his back on the ground, so it might be coming free. It wasn't completely detached from him, but it looks like it might be moving before that. It's an official review brought to you by Life Law, injury law made simple.
Yeah, hard to overturn this. It's one of those things where it's the call on the field is he's down.
I think he's
You're going to have to overturn it with some pretty convincing evidence, and I just don't see convincing evidence.
Yeah, I think he's down. I think it comes out late.
After he hits. Oh.
Yeah. He's down.
It's not our job to vote, but I believe if I vote, I'm going to say that this call is up.
After further review,
uphill.
the ruling on the field is upheld. The runner was down. 1st and 10, Nebraska.
Yeah. USC game day experiences are available on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC game day. Would have been quite the break for the Trojans. Dodgers have runners at 1st and 3rd with one out in the 6th, trailing 3-1 in Game 7 of the World Series in Toronto. Under center goes Latif, 1st and 10. Play action fake. Latif turns around, throws it back against the grain, and it is caught, and then Fitzgerald comes in and makes a great play on the receiver Barney, and a loss on the play all the way back at the 39-yard line of 6 yards. A little bit too much trickery there for my taste. You're moving the ball down the field pretty well, Nebraska. Just keep doing that. And they result to a little trickery. Late flag. And it doesn't look like looks like it's going against
After
SC.
the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 17 for taunting the sideline. That's his first toward disqualification. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Frankly, we've seen Nicholson do that earlier tonight. And this time it cost SC not only a great defensive play, but a first down.
Yeah, it's just a waste of time if you're doing that stuff on the sideline. I mean, obviously it had to go to the extent where the official threw a flag. You're saying too much. Just knock it off.
Yep. That announcement to reset the clock to 53 seconds in the quarter, but it gives Nebraska first down at the Trojan 45-yard line. Just shy of it by an inch. Johnson to the backfield. Latif picking up for Raiola. Will hand off to Johnson. Runs into the line. Doesn't get past Kamari Ramsey, who stops him after a 2-yard gain, let's say. 2nd down and 8 at the 44. Tie ball game, 14-all. Going into the 4th quarter, it looks like.
Yeah, just got to hunker down on defense. It's going to be run. It's going to be quarterback run. It's going to be little slip screen, little bubble screens. Any easy kind of pass they can get for him, but that's all it is. So if you're a defensive lineman, linebacker, you're sitting down in there. You don't have to worry about dropping out of there, getting in coverage, trying to pass rush. So hunker down and get ready for that run.
4th quarter coming up. 3rd one's done. And after 3, we have decided nothing. USC 14, Nebraska 14. Back with the 4th quarter after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can have a Club Supreme at home?
Of course.
Or a BLT at the beach?
Absolutely.
Or you can have a Chipotle cheesesteak when you're supposed to be taking the bar exam after 3 grueling years of law school, but instead, you just want to chill and eat your cheesesteak on a boat.
I think your mother would like it if you took the bar.
Nah, I think I want to be a lawyer for fish now. Fish lawyer.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, man.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
All right, USC Credit Union team, huddle up. Maria wants a new sedan, and we're the team to get it for her. Tommy, what are the specs?
Blue, 4-door, electric. She likes the safety features and fuel savings.
Great, because at USC Credit Union, she can get a discount for an EV. Plus, our auto loans already have great rates and flexible terms. All right, team, let's get her approved on 2 great rates.
Buy or refi at USC Credit Union, with or without football references. Visit usccreditunion.org and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's Evan Cohen, USC Nebraska, right now. Be sure to start your day on Monday with Unsportsmanlike Evan Canty and Michelle. We start your weekdays off from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. right here on your home for USC football, ESPN LA.
14-14 after 3 quarters. USC at Nebraska tonight. A sea of lights. Got some drone stuff going on in the sky up off to our left. Stadium blacked out. They'll turn the lights back on in just a moment here. Statistics after 3, pretty even. Plays 48-45 Nebraska. Yards 269-226 SC. Score 14-14. All we know for sure is it's not going to end that way. Passing yard stats presented by Airbnb. USC Game Day Experience is now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. And the passing yards, 98-86. Nebraska, with a big catch by Tanook Hines during that last touchdown drive, set the Trojans up for a Jaden Mayava touchdown run. And then a 2-point conversion to tie the ball game up. 4th quarter. USC football sponsored by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all, Athletic Brewing Company. LADWP customers get rebates up to $4,000 on used electric vehicles. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. They put on a good show here, that's for sure. They love their football, the Big Red fans. They travel well, and they come from all over the Midwest to conglomerate themselves into this one stadium on various Saturdays in the fall. Blackout tonight, black uniforms, black band members. Everybody's wearing black. We start the 4th at 2nd down and 8. Nebraska at the Trojan 44-yard line. Backup quarterback Latif out of Orange Lutheran, hands off to Johnson. Big hole left side. 35, sideline 30. Bishop Fitzgerald's got him, pushes him out of bounds, but not until he gets to the 21-yard line. Somebody got sealed on the far side, and a big game, biggest one of the night, I think, for Johnson. And a first down, Nebraska nearing the red zone to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's just hard to wrap your head around. If you're getting prepared there, I think Jaden Walker just got 2 tucked down in there, and yeah, it's just you just gotta. If you're the Trojan defense, it's going to be heavy running. You just got to be aware of that.
Johnson now 24 carries, 135. That was his longest run of the night. Latif, T.J. Latif. Backup quarterback to Raiola. Drops the ball and falls on it. Caught the snap, dropped backwards. I think you'll give Anthony Lucas the easiest sack he'll have of the year. Back to the 28-yard line, so a loss of 7 on the play. Just kind of backed up, started to drop off, went before he had the ball.
If you're Dana Holgerson and Matt Rule here, you know you don't want your quarterback throwing the ball. And if you're USC, you know they don't want to do it. So you got to figure it out here, guys.
2nd down and 17 from the 28, certainly within field goal range. Latif throws left side, incomplete. Little hand battle going on between Nicholson, who had a bad, unsportsmanlike conduct call, and Key on the far side. And it'll be 3rd down and 17. Well, here's where the Trojans have some trouble sometimes with pass interference calls.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to draw.
Got to turn around.
They were trying to draw one of those right there, and they've done that before. You know, you go up there, you take a shot there, hit there, we went back shoulder, but it's more likely with the fade.
After the play, Nicholson's waving to the crowd again. Turn around like you've done it before, son. 3rd and 17. Handoff. It's Johnson. Hit by Tompkins at about the 20. And he'll be dropped there. It'll be 4th and 10. And so when it's a tie ball game, the way to untie that is to kick a field goal. Cunanan missed a 52-yarder when he hit the upright last time he tried. He's 11 for 14 this year. He has missed twice from 43. In his career, 25 of 34. It's a pretty good kicker. They picked him up from Cal. He actually worked out with Cal this spring and then moved over. This will be for the 29. A 39-yarder, far hash. Snap back perfectly. Kick is away. And Nebraska's back in front. We've got a timeout on the field with 12:53 remaining in the 4th quarter. The score now, Nebraska 17, USC 14. The ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
Byron opened a free checking account with USC Credit Union, and now everything else feels complicated. Like today, should he go with the 7-layer bean dip or the party wing platter?
The wings are so spicy, but the dip is so creamy. I need a minute.
Luckily, some choices are easy. With USC Credit Union, Byron gets thousands of fee-free ATMs, secure online and mobile banking, and even credit monitoring tools, all with a free checking account. Dip or wings? That's on Byron. Visit usccreditunion.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hey, it's Mace, USC, Nebraska. Right now, we will be talking USC football on Monday, along with the Dodgers in the World Series, plus Lakers and Rams. It's the biggest show on the radio and the hottest show on YouTube, Monday at noon on your home for USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
17-14 Nebraska, 12:53 to go to decide it in the 4th quarter at least. Dodgers got a run, trail Toronto 3-2, top of the 6th. Blue Jays have a runner on first to start off the 6th inning. They've had the lead man on a bunch tonight. Let's go down and spend some time with Jordan.
You know, one of the stories of this game coming in was that both these teams were trying to do something that they haven't been very good at doing. Nebraska has not beaten a ranked team in forever, and USC has struggled, albeit with the win at Purdue this season, to beat a good team on the road in a crazy atmosphere. And I have to tell you guys, it sort of played out like that. It just feels like both teams are sort of uncomfortable with success in this game. And this is an opportunity. We just talked about it going into USC's last drive to take the game by the scruff of the neck. They got that touchdown. Silly penalty by DeCarlos Nicholson really cost them 3 points there. But here you go. You got the ball and a chance to take the lead. Somebody's got to take this game right now. It's like both teams are passing it back and forth to each other.
Trojans getting ready to return a kickoff here. We remind you about ocean views and magical sunsets. You know where that is. A luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea now at terranea.com for the holidays. How about that? Kickoff going to the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trojans will start from the 25. Blue Jays steal a base. Runner at second. And I believe they just got a base hit, which would drive in the run. Is that not correct? Yeah, so 4-2 in favor of Toronto. They get that run back, and you're getting where you're running out of time. So are the Trojans. Dodgers and Trojans facing the same problem. They're behind late. Here comes SC. 1st and 10 from the 25. Right to left is the way they're going according to our vision. Jaden Mayava has had an average night. See if he can pick it up. He throws to Lemon, and Lemon drops the ball as he starts to move up the field from the 28-yard line before he had full control of it. Incomplete pass. Not getting any help. He's had at least 3 drops that I can remember. 7 for 21. That one didn't help at all. 2nd and 10. The crowd knows that they could be a factor in helping Nebraska win this football game. The Trojans have a lot to go against here. Lemon on this near side. And the handoff to Jackson. Pitches it back to Mayava. Winds and throws long downfield. It is caught inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. You know what? It was a flea flicker, but it was still well defended. And the catch there made by Richardson at a 1st down for the Trojans.
Yeah, long form flea flicker as Brian Jackson got it and kind of sold the run longer than you like, and then came back and flea flickered. Credit the cornerback for Nebraska staying deep on there. Number 21 staying in his coverage right there, but Rex Guthrie, but Trojans and Jaden Richardson still linking up.
1st and 10 SC at the Nebraska 32-yard line. King Miller is in the backfield for the Trojans, and King Miller will carry off the right side. He gets hit at the line and brings him down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. We'll keep an eye on the clock. It's not terribly important yet. 12 minutes exactly to go in the game. Trojans have all 3 times out remaining, and here they have a 2nd and 7 from the Nebraska 29. They're probably already in decent Ryan Sayeri field goal range. He's kicked 2 tonight, but you want to get closer on a cold night. Crowd continuing to roar, and they have done that all night. They have been spectacular. It's been really fun to be here. Triangle trips left side. Mayava looking that way. Throws back against the grain over the middle to Lake McCree. Makes the catch with a tough 2-handed catch over his head. Inside the 25 to the 23, where it'll be 3rd and 1 for USC. Earlier tonight, they had a 3rd and inches and got caught with an illegal procedure call that drove them back and really crushed their spirit at that time.
Yeah, even that one was a tough catch right there for Lakers. He had to go up and grab that one, as everything kind of been a little bit off target today for Jaden Mayava.
3rd and 1. And it's Mayava to sneak it forward. You'll get the 1st down to the 21-yard line. They had run that sneak on that other 3rd down play, the aforementioned, when they got the 5-yard penalty successfully, and they ran it again this side and got it. 1st and 10 at the 21. Miller is back in there. Jackson had been. Double tight end left. Lyons and McCree. Tanook Hines comes wide to this near side. Up to the far side, Lemon. Haven't seen Jacoby Lane in there for a while, and I hope he's okay. On 1st and 10 from the 21. Play action fake to Miller. Mayava has time. Winds and throws to the end zone. Overthrown. And a flag late. And Tanook Hines was complaining about it. And what he was complaining about is that the defender actually slowed down, kind of grabbed his shirt a little bit, but slowed down and made it.
Defense number 8.
They couldn't run around him.
15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
They got Singleton, their rover back, one of their captains, 6'3", 210 senior from Greensburg, Louisiana, transfer from Hutchinson, Kansas Junior College, so probably played a little bit with Waymo Jordan, who has been out for a while, and maybe we see him back next week, maybe Iowa.
I think the ref was going to be okay with it. They put 2 arms around him and just kind of stopped him for a second.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
All right, so down to the 6-yard line. Yeah, 1st and goal for USC, down 17-14 in the Helium Mobile red zone. Time for them to break free. Tight formation, tight end, both sides of the line. Miller is the one back. Miller is the ball carrier. Miller at the 5. Miller in the end zone. Touchdown USC. And the Trojans take the lead for the first time tonight. King Miller has become a bigger and bigger story as this season has wound on. Wayman Jordan gets hurt. Eli Sanders gets hurt. And so you go to your 3 and 4, Miller and Jackson. And Miller has been nothing short of outstanding. 15 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And Pete, you know why that play works? Because Jaden Maiava had carried the ball before. It slows that linebacker down just one step, and that's all King Miller needs. Be coming inside, bounce outside. That linebacker's a step late from Jaden Maiava running the ball, and that's where you get that quarterback run.
Sayeri's extra point is up and good. The Nebraska fans are not happy with the officiating on that pass interference call, chanting nice things, if you might imagine. Sayeri's kick is up and in, and we've got a timeout on the field. 10:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. USC 21, Nebraska 17. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hear that? The next chapter of Audi performance is here. That's the sound of every interior detail refined. And that's the sound of Quattro all-wheel drive. The all-new Audi Q5, the all-new A5, and Q7. Each one a statement. Performance never goes out of style.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hey, it's Travis, USC Nebraska right now. Be with me and DeMarco Farr on Monday as we recap your entire sports weekend. The DeMarco and Trav Afternoon Show, Monday at 3 on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
The long pass to Richardson, and under some duress on a flea flicker, a pass interference in the end zone, and a touchdown run by King Miller. And the Trojans are on top, 21-17. With 10:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. Let's go down to Jordan Moore.
Trojans have been playing uphill all night. They've been behind right from the start, and they've had to grind their way back. But here they are. They're out in front, and it reminds me a little bit of the game at Michigan last year, where that Michigan team, they just did not feel comfortable in their quarterback throwing the football, and yet still late in that game with USC in the lead, Michigan got a huge run from its tailback, which ultimately set up the game-winning touchdown. In this situation, guys, if this kid turns into a superstar and picks you apart, so be it. You just cannot let Emmett Johnson beat you here if you're the USC defense.
Agreed. Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Trojans to kick off. 10:06 to go. Dodgers trail 4-2, bottom 7. Nobody out. Leadoff man up at the plate. Need 2 runs to tie it. Maybe we'll play 18. Kickoff by Sayeri. They've taken a couple of his kickoffs a couple of yards deep and brought him out, but this one will be about 7 yards back, and that will not be the case. The PAT by Sayeri, brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Check on some college football scores and the top 25, which will be brought to you by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. I mentioned Missouri State on the Trojan schedule, won over Florida International to move to 5-3. 13th ranked Notre Dame beat Boston College 25-10 in the Big Ten. Top ranked Ohio State over Penn State 38-14. Illinois beat Rutgers 35-13, and second ranked Indiana down Maryland 55-10. Snap back to Latif, the backup quarterback. Give it to Johnson, a huge hole right over center, and he'll go out to the 39-yard line. Well, Jordan said, if you're looking for him and you know he's going to get it, it sure looks like they're not waiting for him.
Yeah, it's just they're playing the same defense, so it's like at some point you make an adjustment just to be like, hey, they're going to run the ball, and we need to stop it. We need to get more people in here. We don't need to worry about these motions and all these things. We just need to do a job. I know you're worried about a big play over the top, but it's like Jordan said, if they could complete that, all right. If your backup has that kind of timing with your guys, all right. But let's not let the run beat us.
1st and 10 at the 38. Latif fakes to Johnson, winds and throws a nice ball up the far sideline, incomplete. Nice play defensively there by Marcellus Williams, and he comes up gloating and just stop it. Stop it, turn around, run back to the huddle.
It's 2025, when you make a play, you got to do it.
Thumbs are down, and he's telling the crowd to be quiet and all that. This game's not over.
No, you got to get down.
You don't want to fire the other team up by doing that.
Kind of been the offense all night for Nebraska is run, and then try to get a pass interference deep or a play deep.
2nd and 10. Under 10 to play in the 4th quarter. Trojans leading by 4. So Nebraska needs more than a field goal to take the lead. Latif throws out of the backfield to the tight end. Catches at the 38 and is dumped immediately. Christian Pierce is there to make the stop on Harburg, the big guy. He outweighs Pierce by about 50 pounds. And he outsizes him by about a half a foot. Gain of 1. 3rd and 9. Well, the Trojans' defense has looked actually pretty good here in the second half by and large. Giving up 1 touchdown. Nothing in the second half, right? It was 14-6.
3.
Field goal, yeah. 3rd and 9. Johnson goes in motion. Look out. Latif up the middle, but waiting for him there is Cam Crawford. He read the play perfectly. He knew exactly what was coming, and he throws him for a loss of 2 on a designed run play by the quarterback. 4th down and 11, and they will have to punt the ball away. Well.
Yeah, great stunt right there on the left side. Him and Devin Tompkins run a little TE stunt where the defensive tackle gets a field and the end comes underneath. It's a great stunt to get to the quarterback in a pass rush, but when that quarterback is trying to scramble, he sees that big gap and it closes in a hurry as Cam Crawford closes that A gap.
The kick by Wilson, fielded on the fair by Lemon at the 25. And a little action in the center of the field. Boys talking. Still talking. The referees are trying to pull them apart. Now the teams are starting to come off the sideline. And you can't do that. Now they finally break it up. This has been kind of that kind of game, Shaun, tonight.
Yeah, both teams have been chirping the whole night. The referees have done a good job. They're throwing some flags to try to slow them down a little bit. So it's one of those nights here. These fans are charged up. This team is charged up. A lot on the line for both teams. So you expect that.
Crawford, who made that play just a moment ago, and we talk about him often. Really, in football terms, just a baby still. True sophomore, 20 years old, from Mobile, Alabama, Booker T. Washington High School. Wears uniform number 1. Wore 49 last year. Number 1, most famously, well, BMW, I think. John Jackson, pretty good. He was all right. But there was a guy way back when named Tommy Walker. You remember Tommy Walker? No, he was before your time. He was before my time. Because Tommy Walker was a place kicker for the Trojans, who was also Tommy Trojan, the band major.
Oh, wow.
And so when the Trojans needed to kick an extra point, Tommy Walker would put his sword down, put on his helmet, run onto the field, kick the extra point, and then run back and lead the band and fight on.
Travis Hunter, who?
Tommy Walker. Did you know that, Mark? No? You learn something new every day, right?
I'm going to check that story out.
It's true. Purdue and number 21 Michigan are tied at 7 nearing the end of the first half. 5th-ranked Georgia beat Florida 24-20. 7th-ranked Ole Miss leading South Carolina 17-7 in the third. 8th-ranked Georgia Tech trailing North Carolina State 13-7 in the first half. Vanderbilt lost at 20th-ranked Texas 34-31. Vandy was ranked 9th. 10th-ranked Miami of Florida was beaten by SMU in an upset 26-20. 13th-rated Texas Tech over Kansas State 43-20. Number 14 Tennessee leading 18th-ranked Oklahoma 7-0 early on. 15th ranked Virginia wins at Cal 31-21. 16th rated Louisville over Virginia Tech 28-16. 17th ranked Cincinnati at 24th rated Utah just getting underway. West Virginia upset number 22 Houston 45-35. Arizona State beat Iowa State 24-19. New Mexico 46, UNLV 35. Fresno State rolled Boise State 30-7. Pitt down Stanford 35-20. Arizona clubbing Colorado 24-7 nearing the half. San Diego State 10, Wyoming 7 coming up on halftime. Washington State, Oregon State scoreless in the first, and Hawaii and San Jose State, they're the night game tonight. Here, 21-17 SC. 7:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Trojans, after receiving the punt, have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Nebraska knows, and their fans know full well, that if they can get a stop here, any stop they get without the Trojans scoring keeps them in the ball game. Handoff, King Miller cuts it back against the grain at the 30. He's at the 35. He's out to the 38. And it's a first down and a gain of 13 yards. First down, Trojans driven by Hyundai. Never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Tell them King Miller sent you.
Yeah, great first play. Quiets the crowd a little bit. Takes a little juice out of them here. Trojans with an opportunity here, like you said, Pete, to separate here. This is a point in the game where they've struggled in past, and putting these kind of games away where you can win it right here with your offense, get there and put a ton of pressure on this Nebraska team.
Miller 17 for 125, and a score now stays in. Mayava was saying, don't snap it to me, and they did anyway, and he fields it and throws it to the right side to Lyons, but he's out of bounds. And there's a flag in the secondary, and there's a flag at the line of scrimmage. I think the Trojans are going to have an illegal procedure call.
Oh, I think it's going to be on the Nebraska corner.
Do you now? Both of them? Offside Nebraska?
I believe they were offsides, and
Mayava was walking up to the line of scrimmage to say, don't snap this, and John Ray Reed put it right in his chest.
I think John Ray Reed snapped it because he saw the defensive lineman jump offside, so he snapped it.
Smart.
So you get a free play, and then the free play, they get the PI
there are two fouls, both on the defense. Offside, number 16, that penalty is declined.
Yeah, pass interference.
Pass interference.
Yeah.
Defense, number 9, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
John Ray Reed, the general, a communications major, fifth-year senior, transfer from Syracuse, also went to Hutchinson Junior College. They were the non-California national champions in JC. They used to play the Junior Rose Bowl. The national championship game was the non-California against the California team. They don't do it anymore because the California team was just whooping them. And I wish they'd play the Junior Rose Bowl again. I think that'd be fun. Maybe the Coliseum could pick that game up. That would be awesome. All right, first down, Trojans at the 47 on the Nebraska side, and here goes Miller again. Whoa, they got him by the shirt. And if they didn't get him by the shirt, that's one of those where he could have gone 47. Instead, he goes 5 to the 42. Second down and 5. Now the clock becoming important for Nebraska. They trail by 4, 6:55 and counting, and Nebraska only has one timeout remaining.
Yeah, I like the way King Miller runs, Pete. He's
I
obviously
guess.
He didn't get it going against Notre Dame. Didn't really have a lot of holes, but you give that young man a hole, he runs hard. He gets some legs are churning. He's gaining yards. He's dragging people on that run.
$130 so far. Fullback is Lyons, the tight end. On the left side of Mayava on 2nd and 5, and Miller will carry, and why not? Oh, they hit him in the backfield this time. They were waiting for him. And a loss of a yard on the play. Well read there by 96. That's Williams Nwaneri, a transfer from Missouri out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. So, 3rd and 6, the 43. And again, Nebraska knows they can get the ball back, they can come back and win the game. If the Trojans get a touchdown, it might be a very difficult task for the Cornhuskers. Big 3rd down and 6 here. If the Trojans don't get it, it's probably punt time. Mayava will run it himself. Yes, he will. 40, 35-yard line, and that is a Jaden Mayava first down. That's 5 runs tonight. I believe that's what I was asking for.
Pete, you called it, man. More Jaden Mayava. We talked about it in pregame. We talked about it with Pete.
Yes.
Jaden Mayava being more active with his feet tonight. Obviously, the pass game has slowed down a bit, but Jaden Mayava has picked up the slack with his feet tonight.
It gives you an added dimension to his game and something else for defenses to worry about. And I hope he does it the rest of his career, here and in the NFL. One back is Brian Jackson. Jackson will go behind McCree. Not much there, but he cuts it back in and gets a yard. There really wasn't much. The 36-yard line, 2nd and 9. The problem for Nebraska still now, 4:59 left on the clock, and they can only stop at one time. Let's go down to Jordan quick. Go.
You know that Jaden Mayava run, that was an old school option play, guys.
Yep.
Something poetic about beating Nebraska with an option play when you're looking up at Tommy Frazier and Eric Crouch's name, am I right?
Yeah, and I thought maybe Jackson was a little too close to him on the option there. There wasn't much room to pitch that back if he had to. Thankfully, that was not the thing. King Miller back in the backfield for the Trojans on 2nd and 9. Mayava will give it to Miller. Miller, no, he'll keep it, pull it back in. Mayava wants to run. He's in trouble. He'll just go down. Smart, smart, smart. Don't throw it. Don't get another penalty for intentional grounding. Know when to take your losses, and Mayava has learned that lesson. Takes the sack back at the 40-yard line. I think that was a designed run, so it won't go as a sack. But a loss on the play brings up a 3rd and 14.
I think he could have went to Mackay right there with the ball because Jacoby was third. Who's that? Jaden Richardson was starting to block already. So they wanted to get him like if he had that quick little read, but no time for that. He just
going to get some yards here in order to give Sayeri a chance at a field goal. He's a little too far away right now. Be about a 58-yarder. Mayava to throw on 3rd and 13. Pumps once, rolls right. Buying time, hits the sideline, throws it underneath, incomplete to King Miller, who was being guarded anyway. So 4th down, you probably have to punt here because I don't think Sayeri in the cold weather or anywhere else necessarily can kick a 58-yarder.
Yeah, the last one was pretty close, maybe 2 yards through. So that's.
Well, the problem is if you try it and miss it, you give him the ball back out here at the 41. So a little pooch kick coming up, we hope, for Sam Johnson. His net is 42-6, which is 2nd in the conference. His overall is 45-9. Here's one where maybe if you're SC, you take an intentional penalty, move it back 5 yards. Never understood why defenses don't decline that penalty. Whistles.
5-yard penalty.
There's the delay
Still
game.
4th down.
I ought to be a coach. So back it up, and that gives Johnson more room. See, here's where if I'm Nebraska, I say no. I don't want to make him kick the short kick, and maybe he'll kick it in the end zone for me.
So Nebraska's going to get the ball with about 3:30 left. They burned some timeouts early, which is not awesome for them. I'm sure they'd like some of those back, but
yeah, they got one left.
One left.
Johnson standing at his own 40. Snap back, kick is away. High wobbler will bounce at the 5. Sideways hop and will be down at the 3-yard line. When you're going right, you're going right. Back inside the 5-yard line is where Nebraska will start this most meaningful of drives for them. As the Trojans lead 21-17, and a stop here if they could get it, go a long way to giving the Trojans the victory in tonight's game and frankly bowl eligibility.
Yeah, huge play by Johnson right there as he's able to pin him deep right here. They're going to have to go the
nice
full length
hop, didn't he?
with a backup quarterback here. Got to score a touchdown. Only one timeout. Trojans in an advantageous position here.
Latif under center has done as much as he could. He hands off to Johnson, bounces off the line, and then gets plowed under by Stevens. Among others, Mari Ramsey is in there as well after a gain from the 4 to the 8. So 2nd down and 6. We'll keep an eye on the clock. 3:07, 3:06 remaining. They can't get a field goal. They've got to get a touchdown to take the lead. Latif, L-A-T-E-E-F, local kid in Southern California. Johnson to his right. Play action fake. He'll drop the pass. He'll run it himself up the middle. 10, 15. And down around the 19 for a first down. Shelby there for the tackle. Make sure he doesn't go any further. He's called his own number a few times, wisely so, because everybody's going to be keying on Emmett Johnson, their standout running back.
Just got to make sure your defensive lineman, like Cam Crawford did, you got to come back inside, make sure you're retracing early. He's going to want to step up and get out of there, so you got to make sure someone's in front of him so he can't do that.
Ball at the 18-yard line. They do have that extra clock stoppage at the 2-minute warning, if you will. Johnson the one back, and Johnson gets the handoff. Into the line he goes. That'll be the last play probably before the 2-minute stoppage. Out to the 22-yard line, gain of 4. 2nd and 6. And the clock hits 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Timeout on the field. Trojans continue to lead 21-17. Back for the finish after this on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe Hybrid, or get up to $4,250 bonus cash on select trims. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end November 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metric true score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
What's good, everybody? Sua Cravens here, and don't miss the USC postgame show today after the game with me and Jason Schwartz right here on your home of Trojans football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
21-17 Trojans. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Pete Arbogast, Shaun, Cody, and Jordan Moore will be with you on the postgame show, the Modelo Locker Room Report, the show that takes you into the Trojan locker room. Interviews with our players of the game. We'll have one on the field if the Trojans hold on and win this thing. We'll hear from Lincoln Riley. We'll hear from John Jackson. We'll have scores of other games, highlights, statistics. Lots of stuff to talk about in the Modelo Locker Room Report coming up shortly. Max Muncy in Toronto has hit a solo home run to lead off the top of the 8th inning, and the Dodgers now trail Toronto 4-3 in Game 7 of the World Series in Canada. Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Now listen to this, Shaun. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's Anniversary Ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast style IPA. Crisp, light-bodied, and packed with hoppy flavor. What kind of flavor?
Hoppy.
All right, located, find it, find.stonebrewing.com. Here we have a 2nd and 6. Nebraska at their own 22 and a half. Latif in for the injured Raiola. Throws an inside screen, and it's read well. It's caught, but read well by Kamari Ramsey after the catch by Barney. Ja'Cory Barney back at the 22. Same line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6. It's all 4th down now. They will go for it on 4th anytime they have one. Under 2 minutes to play, down by 4 points deep in their own end. Latif, 5 out of 7, but all short so far. Latif wants to run. He will run. He's at the 20. Gentry is tracking him down. He tries for the sticks. He gets to the 27-yard line. I think short by a yard, yes. Need to get to the 28. It'll be 4th and game to go for Nebraska from their own 27-yard line. Need a yard to stay alive or the Trojans will win it. They've got a timeout in their pocket, but that's all. You've got to think here. You've got to think Emmett Johnson, right? Whistles. Referee, the side judge, and actually the side judge calls, the head linesman on the far side, calling timeout and having chat with Lincoln Riley. Riley pointing with his left hand.
Through discussion, there was a fumble forward out of bounds. The clock will start on my signal.
All right, you got it as well as we did. So you got to go Johnson here, right? The only other alternative is to have Latif run it himself. Yeah. Hand off to Johnson. He stumbles, falls down, short of the line to gain. The Trojans will take over on downs. The Trojans are going to win the football game on the road. A Big Ten win on the road, and a gutty one it will be. First down, USC. Nebraska can only stop the clock one more time. There's a minute 26 left in the game, a couple of knees, and let's head back home.
Yes, that is right. TJ Latif right there gets the snap and kind of stumbles into Emmitt Smith, and their feet kind of get tangled up, and that's why Emmitt Smith falls. He just kind of starts tripping from the beginning and has no chance as the defense is ready for that play, and Emmett Johnson goes down short of the first down marker. Trojan ball. Nebraska only can stop it once.
Trojans gathered around their sideline. Nebraska's out ready to play defense here, but there's really not much they can do unless the Trojans accidentally drop the ball. That positive turnover for the Trojans, and it really isn't a turnover, but kind of is, presented by Yeti. They make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder. Our thanks to our spotter statistician, Mark Culkin, who's going down to the locker room to do his other duties with WeAreSC.com. Maayava takes the snap, drops back to pass, drops back, waits, and falls down. Waits a little time, takes the automatic sack back at the 36-yard line. Nebraska will call its timeout with 1:15 remaining in the game. Oh, it feels good to win on the road in the Big Ten, especially tonight, because they were dead in the water. Dead in the water. First half couldn't have looked much worse, and just found a way to gut it out here tonight.
Yeah, I just looked overwhelmed early by the atmosphere. The environment looked like the team was not prepared for what kind of place this was going to be, and looked overwhelmed at times, really, but hung in there, kept fighting. The defense, I think, really kind of stayed alive in the game, kept the offense in there. Offense couldn't find any way to wiggle room. Some field goals, and then we got a couple lucky breaks. The quarterbacks goes down, and Trojans start making some plays.
And how about the king of the Trojans? I mean, King Miller. 18 carries for 129 yards and a touchdown, and nothing longer than 16, but it was just grinded out all night long, and they went to him when they had to, and he looked great.
Yeah, young man produced tonight. He ran hard tonight. Give credit to the offensive lineman. Without those holes, he wouldn't be running so great, so credit to the offensive line in that run game.
Maayava this time takes the snap and takes a much more traditional knee. They mark the clock, ready to go at 1:08, so he'll have to take another knee. That'll be the second down play. The third down play should end the game. You can hear the Trojan band, the only thing making noise in here, playing Tusk. And the chant that'll be very prevalent at the Coliseum in about 4 weeks when UCLA comes in. Trojans just waiting for the clock to wind down. 10 on the play clock, 9. One more snap of the ball should do it. Maayava takes it, takes the knee, holds on to the football. The Trojans raise their victory fingers with 30 seconds to go. They'll not run another snap. The two teams come off the sideline to congratulate each other on a hard-fought battle. And it is the Trojans who come away with a road victory in the Big Ten, taking the final measure of Nebraska with a touchdown by King Miller with 10 minutes left in the game to claim the lead for the first and only time they needed it. As the clock runs down to triple zeros and the Trojans win it 21-17, and Jordan Moore has a Trojan hero on the field.
Jaden, how'd you guys pull this off? It was a tough night for the offense, but you found it when you needed it.
Yeah, it was tough. Ugly win, but I mean, we got the job done.
It seemed like you turned to your legs. Was that just something that you were reading from the defense? It became huge, your running attack.
No, yeah, it's a great defense. They covered well downfield, so, I mean, last option was to run, so that's what I did.
What about the job of King Miller in this offensive line?
Yeah, phenomenal guys. They did their job up front. Super proud of them. Sky's the limit for all of them, and I'm super happy and grateful to have them as my teammates.
Lastly, incredible atmosphere. What did it mean to you guys to silence it and pull out a huge road win?
Yeah, it's awesome. Got to get it done.
You got it done. Number 14 led the way. Pulled it out. USC 21, Nebraska 17. That's a road dub for the Trojans.
Jordan with a little national TV time there, interviewing Maliava when that was going on. Final score once again presented by Wells Fargo as we leave you with the Trojan band playing Conquest here in Lincoln. Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Trojans 21, Nebraska 17. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius.